Yep. So with that being said, make sure you support Black Otaku Plays. Cam is out here making the brand get as brolic as possible, and it's one way to start getting hopefully get advertised dollars as well. So hey, so go crazy with it, G. I ain't mad at you.
Copyright says hi.
Either way, we could probably get some gaming advertising something. So hey, graphics cards and shit like that, or Sony saying, "Hey, play this for free." But whatever. But let's go ahead and get into what we've been reading, watching, and playing this week. Uh, reading. Golden Week is over with, so One Piece dropped. We'll talk about that later. My Hero dropped. Talk about that later. That's it for my reading. Um, Playing Resident Evil Village dropped. I'll give my impressions of that a little bit later. MLB the Show. I started a franchise with the White Sox, and just to kind of bolster my experience playing the franchise mode, I made a super pitcher just for fun. Just for fun, because literally, for one, fuck baseball, and hey, I want to win a World Series with the White Sox. So I made a super pitcher to add to their rotation. First game of the season, this nigga strikes out 15 people. And you would think, oh, he struck out 15 people. That means you won the game. Fuck no. Fuck no. Because in baseball games, all it takes is one wrong pitch because you didn't get the green. You didn't green release your pitch. And the nigga will smack it out the park. And because the White Sox have one of the easiest parks to hit home runs in, I lost the game because literally they hit 2 home runs, even though I hit like 3 home runs. But then I brought my pitcher got tired and literally had to bring in the backup, the relief pitcher, and I lost. And I was pissed. It was a fun game, but I lost because I got pissed off. So, but franchise mode is really fun. Brings back old memories of MVP baseball that EA Sports was making. One of the best baseball games of all time. But good vibes with that. Play the game of 2K. 2K, it's 2K. You know what it is. And that's it for playing. Then for watching, I really didn't do as much watching of anime as I did last week, but I did watch Vivi, right, whatever her name is, song. Decent episode. Um, Decent episode. This is more of a setup episode. Nothing really happened. Uh, Zombieland Saga is getting really good because there's more music and less plot. That's what I'm here for. That sports anime Burning Kabibi, whatever the hell it's called, Kabibibi, whatever the fuck it is. That's getting really good because they're having their first game and it's getting really lit. I feel like it's something else. Oh, that full dive anime, the little VR anime with Kirito 2 point, version mark 34, decent this week.
I saw a
Shout out.
clip of like the freaking little Yandere chick. I saw a clip of that. Made me kind of want to see it, but that kind of
You
clip was
mean
funny to me.
the torturer chick?
Well, I don't know. He said she was like a childhood friend or something, and she said she was
Oh,
like the fruit
oh,
hell
oh,
slicer
yeah.
thing.
When she was on, yeah, because he killed her brother, and she's on his ass. She's on his ass
Yeah,
pretty much. It's hilarious as hell. Like the first few episodes, just straight up hilarious. So you might like it. You might get annoyed because it's as VR anime as it gets. But I like it. It's really good. Shadow House was really good this week as well. It will lead to why I have my current name is Chris J says fuck Funimation
ooh,
because yeah, like I know you two had a rough week. This yesterday was annoying, annoying. So that clown's gonna be really bussing at the end of this episode. So stay tuned. And I think that's really it for what I've been watching. I watched half of an episode that Yusuke anime on Netflix, the black
Heard that
anime
shit
with.
ass, boy. I'm not even gonna waste my time.
I only
oh,
watched
that's on
half the
Netflix, right?
episode.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
heard
only
his
watched.
ass, bro. I ain't gonna be no hotel and be like, well, we gotta support it. I heard his ass. I ain't hear
I
not
heard
one
it's
good.
6 episodes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
6 episodes. Yeah.
I ain't hear one good review from niggas. I heard his ass, bro. I might have to look for it for more, branch out to people I usually respect when they talk about shit. But I heard that.
Yeah, I'm hearing mixed things. Like I know only one person said it was good. Everything in terms of what I saw on Twitter, niggas is like back and forth. So only watch half the episode because I had to do something when I was like getting into the episode. I watched up to like when some little white boy was out there capping ever. So and that's the problem. White people popping up. So that's it for watching. That's it for me. So
Oh man. And so I know it's more of a clown thing that we was talking about Funimation, but I didn't watch. And usually, right now I'm trying to build up my anime catalog. Um, so there's a reason for that. That's really in the future. But I couldn't watch a thing, bro. Not only was like that shit like bugging, like when I tried to watch certain episodes. First off, the episode quality was. I'm the only one here. There's no one on the internet. My Ethernet cord plugged up and everything. Episode quality would start off fucking horrible to the point I don't want to look at it. And then it will go to nice and shit like that. That's minor. Every 6 seconds they log me the fuck out. I don't feel like looking for a password and typing that shit in every 5 minutes. But that's neither here nor there. I just didn't watch it because of that. In terms of reading, you didn't even have to get that far for that either. But in terms of playing, played a lot. Talk about two things though. For Red Dead, I play. It's more of a if I'm not, after Apex, if we get after we get like a couple dubs in Apex or we get killed at spawn, I play Red Dead when niggas get mad. But I enjoy the game just because it's really good for you. Um, especially when you know the ending, especially when you know the art intricacies, especially you know that when Arthur caught tuberculosis and how they don't tell you that nigga got sick. It just slowly graduate to this nigga got a light cough until his eyes start getting black and everybody calls him black one. But it's a very funny and also sad thing because you really get to see this nigga die. And also the character of Dutch. I say them two characters carry the game. I know John Martian is the epilogue, but every time I try to play the epilogue, I fall asleep. So hopefully this time around I don't fall asleep.
When is the epilogue again? Like, cause I mean,
Epilogue.
I remember I stopped playing the game after chapter 6.
The epilogue is, I think chapter 8 is the last thing, but just like any fucking video game or like, especially like a JRPG, the last two chapters are basically like fucking 40 minutes of the chapter. It's just so the epilogue is right after those. The epilogue, depending on how you work that shit out, it could be 2 hours of gameplay or it could be fucking 20. It depends on how you play that shit, right? It depends if you want to travel to New Austin and look at all the shit that you couldn't do with the New Boundaries and stuff like that. But in terms of straight story, which I fell asleep on, it's good. It's just I couldn't do it. Like you hang out with Sadie more. You go look for fucking Micah, and killing Micah is the most satisfying thing in that game. So that's the only thing that had you go with the epilogue. And also, new areas and things of that nature. I'm more of an explorer in games like that, so I love to go do places and things of that nature and kill people, or hunt animals. I love animals, but hunt them and things like that. And so that's fun for me. But enough of that. 2 games. So first, Returnal. So I'm probably done. And it's not like a nature of tapping out thing. My RNG is not my best. It's not. I just that game is heavily built on RNG. It's not like, oh, you just gotta be good at Souls game. If you watch anybody play this game, it's all about the parasites you get in the first run and the items. If you don't get
And the fucking guns too.
And the gun. If your first 4 guns you get is a fucking hobgoblin or a third what's that thermite carbine or some shit? The one that sticks to the wall, you gotta wait till an enemy go into it to fucking die. Like that shit, you're not gonna. It's a good gun for the first go around in the first level, but in terms of fucking anything after level fucking 2, you're gonna get shitted on because level fucking 3 is a difficulty spike in half. Bro.
Oh yeah.
I get clapped. So I get clapped so many times. Level 2, so. And this is more of, I would say, the only downside of Returnal is that if you have a good run, you basically got to beat it. if you got a good run. If you want to like, chill out, my good run. So mind you, my deaths are not really like, because my deaths, I don't say they really want to count because I respawn a lot. I literally respawn. I know what's the point of me continuing if this is not going to be successful. So I respawn a lot. It's easy. You just push on the ship and then you stand on that. So my deaths are high ass cold. Mind you, I died, but most of the time I kill myself. Because I don't like to, my time is precious, especially on the weekend. That's the most time I get to play games. So I'm not about to waste my time playing for 2 hours just for that. So I respawn a lot. But my run on the second level, best run. Every item in Parasite I had was in sync. So the moment I met the second boss, I beat it. I didn't know about it. I beat it first shot because everything that I had was in sync. From my integrity aspect, but mostly my parasites and my items. I think I had a parasite and items that was so in sync that my damage was just fucking crazy. I didn't like that the boss fight for the second boss, it was probably like 3 minutes. Because my damage was so fucking high. Like it was to the point when I shoot an alt fire, that's half of the health bar. And it synced out so well, but I was tired. Because what I did is I cleared every area for 1 and 2. So that was like 3 hours of fucking gameplay of just clearing areas and making sure I got enough health. My health bar was fully filled out. I had whatchamacallit, I had like a lot of items. I had fucking spacemen and stuff like that. So like I was like, bro, I did all this shit. I farmed the overlights to make sure I had good items from me. And the run was good. It was the best one I had so far. But, and this is the but, I got tired. I was like, bro, I don't want to keep playing this shit. I want to play other games. These niggas having fun with other games. I want to have fun with these niggas too. So I was like, shit, fuck it. That was the worst thing I ever made. And level 3, and mind you, this is another RNG situation. There's a room in level 3. I don't know if it's by the fucking respawn chamber thing or close to the boss. No matter what, the way the rooms is, you can go to the boss like with their fucking 4 rooms, depending on how the world RNG and stuff like that. I got clapped so many times, and this is the RNG aspect. That room usually is the second room I walk into, no matter how many times I walk into the game. So it's not like, oh, you just not getting past it. I have been past that room and got to it towards the end of the room. That room comes usually the third or fourth door I walk through, or the second door or something like that. That room consists of those things growing on the ground that blows up in front of you, and nothing but flying enemies, around 8 of them holes. And all of them bitches got rockets and suicide bombers. Anybody who watch play Returnal on fucking Twitch or YouTube have a problem with that fucking room because you can't fucking go nowhere. You have to literally have a lot of integrity to tank some of those shots. If you don't, you are dead. You are back.
It's a one shot if you don't have a lot of integrity.
So it's a really hard level 3. The boss is not that hard. I watched Matt play the boss. I can beat that shit. But the fucking getting to that boss is the hardest fucking thing I've ever been through. But it's still a good game. I will say, like everybody else said, it's very hard to knock this off as a game of the year contender. Like you will have to bring some top shit to say, oh, bro, this beat Returnal. Because Returnal is fresh, it's new, it smells good, it's like flowers. You want to say anything, Cam, or you want to talk about it on your channel?
I'm gonna be complaining about OBS, so just keep going.
So now I'm saving the rest of my time. Thank God I haven't been watching for this right here. So last night we didn't do the podcast. So I was gaming with the homies, and like it was like an Apex fatigue. That's the horrible thing with Battle Royale that you get fatigued and don't want to play shit. So everybody was like getting off or mad and shit like that. And everybody was waiting for other Cam to stream Resident Evil 7. And bro don't get on until like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not waiting nobody.
Resident Evil 7, don't you mean 8?
Yes, 8.
You mean 8?
Yes, 8.
Oh, It's me, man. So hey, everybody was waiting. And I had a conversation with him because Chris is the only nigga I know who haven't started that game on hardcore. But I was having a conversation.
I have a self-esteem.
Hey, listen, bro. Who you trying to impress?
But no,
Exactly.
I'm not saying like that's a bad thing. It's just like the hardcore. There is a gap between hardcore and normal that's bigger than most games.
It
The
definitely
first
is.
level on hardcore, and this is I think an average. The prologue level is 2 hours. Average. Like before you even find characters that you know, it's 2 hours on hardcore average. Because I think you got to kill a certain number of monsters and stay there a certain amount of time. But hardcore, you ain't got no level ups or nothing. Your health, you basically get one shot by the grunt. So it's a long ass time, man. I was having a conversation about that with him. I wish Cousin was here because Cousin can explain it to me too. He has had, like, Cousin glitching through the game right now, right? But he has had a hard time with that moment. Like, everybody who played hardcore has their kind of moment. But I have to say this. I got off, and I couldn't get no sleep. Like, the Friday, I was up for a long ass time. No fucking. Because I think I took a nap, but I don't know. But I was playing Three Houses. Mind you, I had to sleep to go to church. I didn't get to sleep till probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was playing that fucking game for a long ass time.
I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, G.
It was so good.
Kick. It's that kick.
It's a hit. Mind you, the thing that keeps me happy about that game is the lack of quiet conversations. What I mean by that, I don't have to read so many subtitles because it actually talking to me. I wish more JRPGs did something, right? And I think the only people who don't have a fucking voice is the random grunt guards that you walk by and just be like, hey, fuck about reading egg text for. But everybody that you need to talk to have a fucking voice. And that's so refreshing. Because I can look at my phone while I'm listening to the dialogue of what I need to hear and not be like drowned out of having to read fucking the backstory of this nigga's father or some shit. So while I'm in the game, I just beat Skull Knight for the second time. Which was, I think, so Skull Knight for the second time, right? So he was basically, he was one shot and re-hitting me, whatever. Like, he was countering me one shot. And I was like, he only won Dimitri, who is by far probably literally 1B on my team next to fucking Hero. Dimitri guys puts in fucking work.
Yes.
But he unfortunately couldn't be on my team. So that was already like fuck, right? So I was like, so who is my second, with Dimitri myself? Fucking the dude. The dude. He was the only person who don't die to Skull's Knight counter hit, bro. Even Hero, I get one shot at it. I take out half of it, so my health takes 0. So I was like, I have to find a way for the dude to be the main person fighting him, and then I land the last blow. So what I did is I had my healer, the chick that's the oldest chick in my group, she's like 20 fucking.
Mercedes, that's baby girl.
Definitely. Trust me, a lot of tea time has been spent. But I have Mercedes pocket heal him. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know other folks, black hair folks, who's a dick, by the way. I fucking hate everybody but the
Felix, my nigga too, G.
Like, bro, he's a fucking dick. He's the only time he's not a dick is to one female off the fucking group. Now, anime shit. But like, the dude he put in fucking work, and I was in tears because the Skull Knight would try to counter this nigga. And mind you, I get to the dude. His setup is axe and heavy armor, so he don't get hit in the runs regardless. The only time he get fucked up is Magic, and Magic fucks him up bad. I seen this nigga get 2-shot about it. But so after I finally beat Skull Knight, and not beat him. Like, this is fun, but nigga throw in the back off. I want to kill this nigga, dog. But now I'm at the point where Flynn, the chick, I think that's her name, Flynn or Flan, or fucking
Flame.
Yeah, Flame. She's in my group. But I also was able to get. I don't turn my fucking switch off. Out to the battery. roster. I was also able to get Captain on my roster. Now, I know Mercedes, that's a beautiful woman too. But fucking Captain is like, so I got Captain on my roster. I got on it by accident because I was pressing X too fast. But she was like, yeah, I'll join your crew. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Why don't Flynn not have the age? Not gonna go there. But we had this mission because what's the other name on my group that I fucking hate? Sylvia.
Oh,
hate this name.
Sylvia.
So Sylvia, I went to because he got this the shit with his family. Fuck his family, but you know, mission. So it was about like killing all these bandits before they leave. So I went to go do that for him. And when I tell you, I put this chick, Catherine, by herself. I'm gonna move her, because I already know she that nigga, bro. Her sword thing is already ended. So I'm like, I know she that nigga. So I'm gonna move her by myself and have everybody else reroute enemies and shit like that. I want her by herself. Everybody that came by her, she was like fucking stolen like this. Smack. Of course she was an MVP. Put it in work. But I was just saying like this, I'm enjoying myself. The reason I'm not actually playing it right now is because I'll be distracted during the podcast. Nothing distracted me. But I've been enjoying myself. The game is getting more and more difficult because for the life of me, it is two niggas I can't keep alive. This fucking bitch ass nigga Ash and Ingrid. I can't keep these two motherfuckers alive to save my fucking life, bro. These niggas get fucking beamed. Everybody, no matter where the fuck I'm at, my hero nigga can beat with the only person who has landed substantial damage to my hero has been Gold. Nobody else even seemed to touch this nigga. The dude don't get hit. Only time he get hit is magic. Everything else say no damage. Dimitri don't get a chance to get hit because he's on a horse at the moment. Everybody fucking else. Literally, this bitch Ingrid and this nigga Ass. So start off. I will move them one spot. Not even away from fucking hero. Like I keep hero around them. They get smoked. Got one enemy. Why? They can't level up because they keep dying. And I'm not about to use that restart shit for these niggas, you know? So they getting clapped. But at the end of the day, they body bags at this point. Throw them niggas so they can get distracted. The enemy they don't target nobody but them. I don't know if my game's fucking bugged, but they don't target nobody but them.
No, they're programmed to go after your weakest units.
Yeah, so they slapping them motherfuckers. But Ash lasts longer than fucking Ingrid, but they die a lot. Like let's go level comparisons, right? So Dimitri is 18 and I'm 19. So Dimitri, that's how much Dimitri don't fucking die. Dimitri's 18, I'm 19. Dudu is 17. Felix is 16. Ash is 12. Sylvia died light at first clue, so he's at 14. Mercedes died light first, and so they at 14. This is how much Ingrid fucking died throughout my group. Throughout this time. Ingrid's 8. She don't survive whatsoever. No matter what I do, Ingrid don't survive. She's at 8. It just got Flynn, and Captain's at 15. Just got her. But it's a fantastic game. I enjoy it so much. I love like being a fucking. At first, I thought the teacher shit was a tad bit corny. I am taking a good role as professor. I'm making sure these niggas go to class on time. I'm giving them what they need to be, certifications and stuff like that. Helping them pass the test. I'm not the best teacher on man. I make sure I have lunch with almost everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I don't know how this romance shit go, but I just make sure I don't say shit stupid. And take the bitches I like on T-dates a lot. But other than that, man, it's a good game. I will say if anybody got a Switch, it's a definite cop. If you believe that for some apparent reason Smash Brothers is a cop more than this, I hold that. If you were gonna waste your money on Pokemon Snap and you're a grown ass man, not about this. Gotta hold that. if your biggest assignment out the week was the fact that Mario Party just got updated, you gotta fucking hold it. Like this right here is what you should spend your time on. It's not that many fucking, like somebody getting fucking shot.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what the hell?
Oh, that's fireworks. I thought somebody was getting their ass lit. But like I would say this is by far the best game I played on my Switch. And I'm a Dragon Ball stan, right? So I put a lot of time into this motherfucker. I'm gonna continue to put a lot of time into this motherfucker. I play it every night before I go to sleep, like the little bitch that I am. And it's just been the best time. I don't like the game of the year stuff since this didn't come out this year. I still would consider it up there. I wish I could just spend more time on it. I can, but I like to play games with the homies. But this right here, dog. Sometimes I literally get off the game just to play this shit. And it's been fun. But that's it for me. Been a cool week. Shout out to having weekends off. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, so reading, we'll take care of that later. Watching, I actually have a lot as far as watching is concerned. First and foremost, what I'm saying, it is Goku Day, but more importantly, above Goku will always be the moms. So shout out to all of my moms out there. Happy Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? You see the building right there in the background. They usually change their little thing. They changed it just for Mother's Day. So
dude, niggas not working that motherfucker. Like, imagine going to work and they're like, hey, we gonna need your lights off this whole entire time. Don't cut them bitches on. Keep them off. And then you just gotta stay in the fucking.
Sure most of those are like ability rooms, just shit like that, like rooms that are specifically set up so that they can do shit like that. Because they got money like that. But yeah, I took my mom and my grandma to go see that new Guy Ritchie film that just came out, Wrath of Man. Really, really good film. Jason Statham, action hero. It was a really good film. Like it's basically revolved around this like failed heist that killed the main character's son, and so now he's basically seeking revenge against the guy who killed him.
It sounds like every Jason Statham movie.
Yeah, but it's like this one is. I would say that like the twist, the plot, the twist, and like the way they set up the characters is really good. Because there was a lot of times like me and my mom were like, "Oh shit!" Like it even like stuff that even surprised me. So I would say go check out the film.
Hey, that's good. Jason Statham getting movies with plots, man. Happy for him.
It's a Guy Ritchie film. Guy Ritchie. If you know who Guy Ritchie is as a director, you go get some decent plot with some good action set pieces. So it was a good film. As far as anime is concerned, so Megalo Boxing, I had to get this out the way. Fuck them kids. Like I hate those little bastards, G. My nigga Joe is out here putting in work. And they like, why are you here? Why'd you come back? You abandoned us. Like, bro, like y'all act like this nigga Pops was like the second coming of Jesus. The nigga was a crook.
And he was on the verge of dying. He told y'all niggas, get over me.
This nigga was a fucking crook in season 1. He got himself in the position that he was in because he wasn't a good gambler. He's a bitch ass nigga. And yes, I'm gonna say it like that. Was he a good character? I guess. Well, come on now. This nigga died and they're like, Joe, you should have been at the hospital. For what? He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up. Nigga lost both his eyes. Who gives a shit? He dead. He old and dead. What am I going to see him die for?
Joe was like, I'm trying to get this money, man. I might get CT.
I'm finna fight.
He did get CT.
I'm not worried about the passion. Let it die. Like Luke said, let the past die. Kill it if you have to. He dead. So, and Sachi's a little bitch ass nigga. This man, so like this episode, quick synopsis, like you saw this week's episode, right, Chris?
Not yet, but you could go ahead, G.
But basically, I'm gonna try to like lightly spoil it. So Sachi gets himself in a situation of his own accord. He himself puts himself in a bad situation. Joe, being the saint that he is, helps Sachi, and upon helping Sachi get what he lost because of his own actions, they go like, fuck you, we're still not gonna forgive you for what you did. And then it's revealed later in the episode that like at Pops's funeral, Saki told Joe, leave and don't come back here again. And one of the kids was like, wait, so he didn't abandon us? And he was like, no, well, what the other ones was like, well, if I can't trust him if he left after that. You told him to leave. The fuck? Goofy ass kids, bro. So I'm really on the fuck like this whole but I still love Joe's character. I like what he's doing. He's not necessarily trying to like he's not begging them. He's not on his knees going like, "Oh, forgive me, forgive me." Like, listen, I'm here. If you don't like it, then I don't give a fuck. Is what it is. So big ups to Megalo Boxing. Uh, excuse me, Miss Nagataru, or don't toil me, Miss Nagataru. Funny as hell. What else is there? Oh, Tokyo Revengers has been really good.
I didn't watch this week's episode yet.
I'm trying to remember everything because I did a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. This is it's a good setup for next episode because it looks like some shit's gonna go down next episode. So it's a pretty decent episode. I started watching, and I know this is wild for me. I started watching. I think it's called these Snow White Note. I think it's a music anime. Oh. I know I don't usually fuck with music anime. However, this anime in particular is with the sashimi, which is like basically like the Japanese guitar. And I've always had a fascination with that that instrument. So I decided to check the show out, and it's pretty freaking good. I like it. The musical notes that they have in the show is really good. The plot is it's kind of standard, but you know, it's decent. Basically, the main character's granddad was like a legendary sashimi player. He died. And like the main character, he's like a prodigy, but like when he died, he was like, "Oh, I lost my passion." So now he's basically trying to find his own sound because people only recognize him as like the grandson, and he wants to be able to branch out and be like, "No, I'm me," you know. So taking on his grandfather's legacy and making it to his own. So, and we're actually gonna have a tournament arc in this anime. So yeah, they setting up a sashimi tournament arc. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I also this will go into our Funimation clown, but I started watching Moriarty the Patriot. And I really like that show. I love it. I'm not big on the Sherlock Holmes lore. I do know about like the whole rivalry between Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty. But I do like kind of like the spin that it's not Sherlock Holmes. It's more so like it's basically Code Geass England edition, because essentially Moriarty's objectives is the same, is that he basically wants to purge the British. He wants to purge the British class system and the prejudice and make everybody on equal standings. And the way he wants to achieve that is through crime. So, well, being a crime consultant is what he says. So I really like it. I like how they portray Sherlock Holmes in this anime. Folks is low key kind of cold. I like it. And Moriarty is pretty cool as well. So I would definitely check out that anime if you have the time to. And then I also started watching not a new sports anime, but it's new to me, but a sports anime called Major Second. It is a baseball sports anime, and apparently I didn't know that, kind of like a Captain Tsubasa situation, where I didn't know that like this was like an old anime, but like it's a Major, which is the first series, which is about the protagonist in Major Second, his dad, growing up. So it's like 200 something episodes. So I may or may not, check it out because I am very interested to see in the lore of the show. But Major Second is about basically his child Daigo, who's like, dad was a real ass nigga, went to the World Series, won the World Series, and he had a son and a daughter. The daughter is older and she's like a prodigy, and this being a sports anime, of course the son fucking sucks. like he sucks.
He
doesn't have the athleticism of his father, but it's revealed that he has the baseball brain. He's he's very smart when it comes to baseball plays. He just doesn't have the athleticism, and I don't even take the athleticism seriously because I'm watching a show and I'm realizing these kids are in elementary school. It starts off with them being in elementary school. Nigga, why are you placing unrealistic expectations of being the best at a fucking sports to a child whose balls haven't even dropped yet? Nigga hasn't even went through puberty yet, so his bone strength and shit hasn't developed. They're going like, oh, your arm's weak. And all of a sudden, the nigga is a fucking child. What do you expect?
It's kind of, the funny thing is, Cam, nowadays, it's like that.
And it should, and that now I'm calling it.
And I agree. And I agree. I agree. As I said, nowadays, it's
That
like
shit is that shit is foul, bro. That's like fucking like adults being manipulative, predatory, grooming bastards, bro. Like these niggas are fucking kids. They got their whole life ahead of them. And it's junior league. Like, gee, I know as a parent you want to be supportive of your child, but if my child, I'm not gonna be like, you're the son of the great baseball player, blah blah blah. It's like, all right, brush it off. You'll get them next time, geez. It is never that serious. But I'm almost on season 2 right now. I've been enjoying the show a lot. But it's standard sports anime shit where like their first tournament, of course they lose because they can't win their first tournament because they gotta set it up for future shit. But they're doing a good job of like kind of establishing the legacy characters because a lot of the times they're going up against other people who are like the sons and daughters of like major league baseball players. Yeah. So it's really cool to see that. And it's cool to see how the son is. It's kind of like because I was going through this anime and wondering like how all the major fans would treat this show because it's kind of like a Naruto Boruto situation. Like I wonder if people like Daigo as a son because he sucks in comparison to his father. But unlike Boruto, he's not an annoying little shit and he doesn't hate his dad. So I appreciate Daigo a lot more than Boruto. So I would definitely it's on Crunchyroll, so you got to go through the bullshit of Funimation. And unfortunately for people who are interested in like the first major anime series, and this is why we be saying when I be talking about piracy and shit like that, there's no legal streams to see that anime. So you gotta watch it allegedly. Again, bro, we be talking about this shit, bro. Like, y'all niggas don't offer a good alternative, a good solution. We go resort to being alleged. So get your shit together, Sony or whoever, and get these animes together. So that's it for me, though.
All right. Cool.
Oh wait, hold on, no, I didn't talk about playing. Playing, you already know Returnal. Much like Daytrail said, if you saw episode 3 of my Returnal playthrough, majority of that episode was spent beating the third boss. But then once I got that, the weapon that lays out the traps, that weapon is OP as fuck against bosses because you shoot them bitches, and what they do is they land on the bosses. So it's literally continuous damage over and over and over. Like the last health of that boss with that weapon was literally.
I got a question.
And it went down.
There's 2 types of that weapon. Because there's one where you can lay 2 traps down, and then there's one where you can lay like fucking 18 in them bitches. So what's
I had the regular one. I unlocked the one with 18, but when I went into that boss, I didn't have like all the upgrades and shit. Decimated that boss, destroyed him. So I can love that weapon. That and I think it's like the homing grenade launcher. Those are like 2 really good weapons. But yeah, Area 3 is definitely a difficulty spike. It's the little flying robot enemies that shoot the rockets. Those rockets, if you don't have a lot of integrity, it's one-shot kill. The little kamikaze crawling robots, they're like, it's just you got to move away from them. But like you're trying to deal with them and the flying enemies, that's annoying. And then there's also this weird ass like spherical orb monster that I encountered in a room that like shoots these bullets out like a shit ton of homing bullets out, and if you don't avoid them, that's pretty much an instant kill. So I have no idea. I think the caveat is that you could get to Area 3 easily from the first area if you just steamroll to it. But Yeah, that shit is Area 3 is very annoying. Pair that up with OBS recording failings, and you don't want to play that fucking game. So uh it's been at the and also those house sequences too to me are because I was gonna go into this, like if you guys are expecting a Black Otaku plays of Resident Evil 8, go ahead get Chris to do it. I don't.
Y'all if y'all pay for my capture card
No, I don't.
in my free time so I can do it, because there's a difference. I have to leave the house to go to work. No offense, Cam, because you got it good. Cam could chill and do it.
I ain't.
The game is the game.
I'm telling
Like
you.
I would love to give you guys. I would love to give you guys free commentary. I would love to give you guys
You
commentary.
work every day, B. You tough?
Man. Man.
I would love to give you guys commentary. Literally, the capture card is in my Amazon cart. I just like, dang, I don't have the free time to do it.
I don't do horror games. I don't do horror shit.
And Cam does not do horror games.
Hey, Cam, when that fucking knock was on the door in that house, I was like, bro, I don't feel like getting fucking jump scared, bro.
When I the first time you go into the house and you hit a little upstairs, I'm like, I might probably go turn this motherfucker game off.
You can't tell me they was like, yo, we gonna put a little PT in this bitch. I was waiting to look up on the stairs to see that fucking dead lady, bro. I swear to God they put PT in.
Or the fucking like the second time you visit the house. Now I cheated. I went to YouTube and I skimmed through the freaking house sections, and so I knew that it was happening. So like the second time you go into the house and you go up the stairs and you hear a knock at the door, you go downstairs, you just the astronaut nigga is at the front door fucking
staring
chilling
at you
like
menacingly. Like I watched because I watched the ending of the game, G, and it had the house scenes. I was like, yo, this nigga is a little creepy.
You wanna know what's even more creepy? In the first level, depending on what, not depending on where you at, depending on like if you immerse yourself in the world and look at everything around, you can see the astronaut nigga on top of ledges just watching you. So you have to look to see it. But yeah, and then the moment you can turn around and you look back, he's not there no more. You can see the astronaut.
Yo, my man's legit be staring at niggas menacingly.
That
G,
astronaut nigga is no joke. Hey, but he got the best item in the game because it revives you upon death. So shout out to that nigga. Oh, but yeah, I don't do horror. So all my niggas who be like, bro, I'll be watching like fucking 30 horror things in a row, or I can fucking I go to sleep, lights off, red lights on, playing Resident Evil and all this shit. Yo, hey, listen. I'm pretty sure you are the biggest pussy magnet known to man, bro. Shout out to you. But I don't give two fucks. I don't do light scares. I don't do thrills. I don't do jump scares. I don't do that shit. My mind, my psychology, my build, not built for that shit. So, Resident Evil 8, hell no. Them house sections on Returnal, I'm going to tell it to you like this. Y'all might not see it on my playthrough. I'll probably fuck around and get the worst ending in the game because I didn't get all the fucking house sequences, G. So. And then with Nier, if you saw the previous episode, I just uploaded episode 12 right now. It's processing. But if you saw the previous episode, it was a bunch of fucking reading and talking. Like a lot. Hey, Cam, I'm talking about
you better walls, than me. I would have been like, yeah, I might have
walls to just of tech. But if you stuck around, you got to hear my Oscar-winning narration voice because I did that shit. I did it real good, and I also got a game over reading too. So you can get a game over reading in that game too. So.
For real?
Yes, I got it.
So Nier is so fucking unforgiving, bro. I didn't get a chance to watch that episode. I know me and Cuz was watching one episode in his room when he was playing Resident Evil 7, but I didn't get to see that fucking episode, bro. That Nier is so fucking unforgiving, bro. That's one of the most unforgiving games in the world, bro. Not like, Souls in which they just make the shit to be like, hey, we're going to make the game hard to be. Nier is just be like, hey, you stood in that corner. Yeah, man, you lost. Go ahead, get back, and sit your ass down somewhere.
One of the endings of the game deletes your save file, so.
Let's get it. Get it. You said New Game Plus? Nah.
No, it literally just deletes.
You said what the end game is? No.
You gotta literally hard. You gotta literally hard code save that shit onto like an actual like USB stick or some shit, and then
Bro.
perfect. But like it literally
Gee.
deletes it off from the cloud, from everything. It deletes
Bro,
everything.
even yo, how did Sony let them program that into the game? Gee.
2 words. Yoko Taro. That nigga is a fucking madman. But that's it for me though.
Bro. Alright, so let me go ahead and do my Resident Evil 8 aka Resident Evil Village review. So, Resident Evil Village, man. Look, I don't like, just like Cam, I don't really fuck with horror shit like that, but Resident Evil is light horror compared to some other shit out there that some people play. Really scary shit. But but yeah, I will say this. In terms of the recent set of Resident Evil games that have came out, the 2 remakes, so RE2, RE3, I didn't play 7 because that.
Would you count 7 among the? I was about to say.
Yeah, I was about to say I watched 7. I ain't playing 7. That game is demonic as shit.
Hell yeah.
Look, 7. When I was watching the trailers and watch people do, I'm like, this is a demonic ass game, and I don't know how Chaz willingly beat that game umpteen times.
Well, he that's like a Saturday morning for that nigga, bro.
It really is. Chaz, if you watching this, much love and respect, but gee, you're a different breed. But yeah, so but going into 8, when I was watching the trailers and shit, I'm like, this don't really like, it don't seem scary. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, at least not scary, demonic. There we go. Let's use the better term, because I don't consider zombies are demonic, but like niggas, zombies, you can pack them up easily. But this is like, oh, they fucking around with some shit. But this is but anyway, 8 gives more like a 4 type vibe, and that's kind of why, and that's more like my Resident Evil entry into the series was 4. So I was like, okay, I could play this just in first person, no big deal. So give you guys a little bit of the story. Ethan is he survived, of course, his experience with them demonic ass rednecks in 7. He has his wife Mia, depending on which ending you pick, but I guess the canon ending is you let Mia live, and Mia have
because isn't it one where you let some other chick live or something like that?
So the canon ending is you let Mia live, which is his wife. So
hell no, bro. She would have fucking died from what I saw in that game.
Yeah, and like the bitch chainsawed his arm off, like his hand off. And this is gonna be a theme of this game. But so they have a family, and factoring in this, if you know what the story was in 7, that they both technically have, I think the current thing is called mold. So it gives them little superhuman abilities and shit, whatever. You know, it's always a new virus in Resident
Evil. What is Umbrella Corp doing, G?
Umbrella is not a factor no more. Let's just put it that way. Umbrella is not a factor. It's like now in a way it's going back to the roots that created Umbrella. So the mold is kind of what led to the T virus and shit like that. So so yeah, so Ethan and them him and his wife got affected. They have a kid, so factor in that. The kid
that nigga got a kid now?
Yeah, he has a little baby girl. So, and that's who the story is based around on. So they have, this game starts off showing like his wife telling a freaking evil ass demonic baby story. Story.
Was that from that trailer that they showed where the kid goes to the forest or some shit like that?
Yes. I'm like, why you read it? Even the main character Ethan was like, bitch, why are you reading this to our child?
I'm telling you, bro, like she for the get her ass up out of here, bro. You planted your dick in crazy.
I'm like, why is she reading this to? She's only 6 months old, my nigga. So Ethan, like, what's wrong with you? He's like, it ain't phasing her. She asleep, you see? So it's like, so yeah. So the game opens up. You in their house, a really nice house. They live in Europe now because Chris Redfield moved them to Europe, and also he has given them military training for some goofy reason. So, hey.
He need more people on his side, G. It's just him.
Exactly. Chris Redfield needs people. He was like, look, man, it is what it is. So they're in Europe. Game is in Europe, of course. So Game opens up. You're in the house. You wander. You're technically supposed to put the baby to sleep. I'm walking around the house. Eventually put the kid to sleep. He tries to talk to his wife. They about to have dinner, and Chris walks in. Chris and his peoples come light the house up. Like shit, shoots the fuck out of everybody. G. So I'm like, yo, like shot the hell out of his wife. Like all I see is a bullet. I'm like, damn, she's. And then next, they lit her ass up. Chris walks in. No, Ethan. I'm like, Ethan. I'm like, you a bitch. You didn't even bother to grab your wife. You hid under the table. So
Ethan been through so much shit, man. He just like, whatever, dude. Just let it happen.
It is what it is. So Chris walks in.
That shit, man. He wasn't built for this shit.
I'm saying, G, he just wasn't
built for this shit. Whoever is the god in that universe, bro, he wasn't built for that. You bogus. He wasn't built for that, bro.
He really ain't. But yeah, so Chris comes in, knocks at the table out the way. He like Ethan like, Chris, what the hell? So Mia is like on the ground, like because has superhuman abilities. She's trying to heal. Chris shoots her ass in the head like 20 times. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So then
he tired of this shit.
So, but this is my early theory. That wasn't Chris. I feel like it's some shape shifting shit going on with the enemies, because I'm like, that don't make no sense. And then even on the cover they show Chris as a wolf, and I'm like, I haven't even experienced Wolf Chris yet, or Chris Wolffield as I call me and Chaz call it. So because it's literally on the cover already, I'm like, dude, like I think it's some shape shifting going on. In this Resident Evil, you can't put nothing behind them. So. And plus, this is a legacy character, so it's like, no.
They could pull a what was it? Fast 8 when Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah, when Vin Diesel. I'm like, no, this is a legacy character. There's no way that Chris is going to be a bad guy that you have to kill. So no. And plus, the nigga was fought Wesker in a volcano. But anyway, so they take his kid and Ethan pretty much, and they go to where the scene of the game mainly takes place, which is the village. Mother Miranda and her croonies, as I'm gonna call them. So pretty much, the story is pretty much based around Ethan trying to get his daughter Eve. Eve, right?
Of course, her name is Eve.
Eve. I think his daughter's name is Eve. No, Rose. I'm thinking another bitch. Yeah, Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, his daughter Rose back from Mother Miranda, and pretty much. Kind of give a premise of Mother Miranda's premise. Her story is that she had a child centuries ago. She lost a kid, and now she I guess she wants another kid, and I guess she heard about Ethan and had a baby. This baby is super powered, so it could probably live forever like her. Shit like that. So that's the premise of the story. Ethan trying to get his kid back, which I understand. I respect being a good father.
Baby girl.
Yeah.
Now, what about baby girl?
Oh, now the 6-foot bitch. So
hey,
that's a
bitch, bro.
That's a woman. That's a woman.
So yeah, so
I'm still mocap artist, bro. Where's she at? I mean, her mocap.
Low key, I'm surprised they have not released the mocap for Lady Dimitrescu. I can't
climbing all on that back, bro. That's 9 foot. That's 9 foot of woman.
That is a lot of women. She's bigger than Master Chief, bro. That's a big woman, bro. But so where I'm at on the game, so pretty much they
control the franchise, man. Master Chief can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what to do with all that, bro. He white under that armor.
Yo, Loki, we David. Master Chief can't handle Lady Demetrius. That's what we named the episode. But yeah, so the funny thing is, 9 foot tall queen. She's one of the first croonies that you encounter. So she doesn't really last long in the game. So that's where I'm at in the game. I'm in her castle. So most people dang at the end. Shout out to those people who are freaking rushing through the game. But hey, it's only like an 8-10 hour game anyway. So
that's a Resident Evil for you.
Exactly. You kill her early on in the game?
Huh?
Kill her early on the game, or you?
Yeah, she's the first boss. She's the first boss.
Yo, that was
Capcom. Capcom, I gotta give them an L for that. G, you dropped the ball on that.
No, I respect. They were like, look, man, We only gonna show this part of the game because this is the shit y'all was lusting after.
I'm saying, but like, if I was somebody who like, say for instance, like niggas send me like a free copy of that game and it was like, play this shit. After I beat her, I would have cut the game off. I'd been like, all right, I'm done.
He said,
don't you want to see the ending? I don't give a fuck. This game sucks.
I was here for the big woman.
I'm saying, bro, I was here for the bitches, bro. Ain't no more bitches in this game. I'm out.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the story. Story is Resident Evil, like literally. Ethan's gonna find some bullshit. Gameplay wise, I will say this. I'm enjoying the gameplay. Maybe it's because it's first person and it kind of gives it a different feel compared to the remakes, which I enjoyed the remakes, but the first person aspect, the thrill is a little bit there, but also just it makes it a different little feel to the game in itself. Shooting is decent. I will say this: playing on the PS5 is a huge difference because in intense situations, and I will talk about that intense situation because it factors the gameplay. Your trigger will lock up and you won't be able to shoot, and I like that. It kind of gives it like, hey, this
haptic feedback is
haptic feedback is a little scary too. Like the little the triggers will lock up. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a little real out here, especially if you're low on health. If you're low on health, the trigger will lock up because it's like, hey, my nigga. But yeah, like gameplay wise, I like how it plays. It's really good. I'm playing on normal, not on hardcore, because for one, I'm not a fucking sweat, and I have a self-esteem. So I don't want to sit there and be like, oh my god, I'm running out of fucking bullets, and I gotta freaking knife my way out of situations.
You mean you don't want to take yourself out of real world to place yourself into a fantasy world to play on a setting that makes you experience things realistically?
Look, if this was realistic and I was in some of the situations Ethan was in,
I mean, as far as management and stuff isn't concerned, but you don't want to take yourself out of real life to put yourself into a video game so that you can experience that video game's difficulty with real life challenges. You don't want that?
I have a self-esteem.
Damn.
Exactly.
That's your playthrough isn't genuine then, huh?
I know.
Especially to the hardcore gamers out there, the hardcore gamers TM, it ain't genuine.
Hey man, bro. Hey man, guess what? I'm here to play and have fun.
Nigga when he got bullied on Twitch. Hey, what you doing, nigga?
Why you not playing hardcore?
Took me 1 hour to do hardcore.
Nigga, why you ain't using your knife, nigga? Put the rocket launcher down, nigga.
Why aren't you kneeling and knifing? Come on, why aren't you kneeling and knifing?
Niggas gonna be bad when niggas
no reason, nigga.
If you knew your frame data, you knew you could have used one grenade and then popped the lady Dimitrescu in the head, and the boss fight would have been over. Come on.
Low-key, shut your bitch ass up, man, if you want it on people. But anyway, gameplay-wise, it's really good. I like the intensity of it. So early on in the game, and it's funny because a lot of people say this is probably the most scared they felt playing this game, it's early on, you're in the village area, and as Ethan, you're just wandering around at this point. They already teasing you with the jump scares of like, yo, something's here that's killing people, of course. So I'm like, okay, here come them wolf niggas, as I call them. They're called the Lycan, but I call them wolf niggas. So I walk into a house, some old nigga with a rifle pops up. He like, hey. He looks like a resident at the job, by the way. I ain't gonna say what resident, because who knows who listens to this podcast. But he was like, hey, there's people in here, and it's dangerous. Jeez, so the wolf nigga grabbed this nigga up from the roof. I don't know how he grabbed him from the roof. All I see is like, damn. And this is me. Are you gonna drop the rifle? I'm like, please drop that rifle, because I would love to have this rifle, because this is the bogus part. This is how you get your first gun. He gives me a pistol with a fucking band-aid on it. And at this point, and I did pre-order the game, and it was up for my homie Chaz. It was for his birthday, so I downloaded the deluxe version, so I have DLC weapons. I don't have access to those yet, so I have to use this pistol with a band-aid on it, hoping that the rifle drops. It doesn't drop, so I'm fucked. So I'm like, okay, getting real out here. I see his blood dripping, no rifle. Next thing I know, Ethan gets dragged to the ground, and I'm like, oh, it's getting real. So work your way outside. Wolf nigga appears. He like, yeah, nigga, I'm about to own your little bitch ass. He takes Ethan's hand, well, most of his hand. And now they introduced to the wolf niggas. These niggas are bullet sponges. Now, I used to say that the residents, the zombies on previous games were bullet sponges. These niggas are legit bullet sponges. I'm playing on normal. 3 shots to the head didn't do nothing.
Damn.
3 shots to the head did nothing.
Does your arm grow back? Your hand grow back since you have superpowers?
It has yet to grow back yet at the point of the game I'm at, and he will lose his other hand soon. As far
I'm telling, bro. I like out of all the Resident Evil characters in the known canon universe, Ethan, bro, has my deepest sympathies, bro. That nigga just.
I feel bad for that man.
That nigga just wants to have a fucking family, dog. Like, he can't even have a family, G.
Literally. So yeah. So after you kill that wolf nigga, Ethan like, oh well, okay. So I'm walking towards like, okay, let me try to. It says find Rose. I'm like, okay, whatever. Gee, I look up a roof. I'm like 2 of them niggas up there, and they looking at me. I'm like,
we see you, bro.
I'm like, I'm not going that way, so I go the other way. They go to the other side.
Hey,
it's 3 of them now on the roof.
Hey,
I go back. Now it's 4. I turn around.
Broski?
It's 1 on the ground. I look up again. I'm like, it's 4 on the roof. I turn around. I was like,
fight back, nigga. Fight back.
I'm like, yo, it shouldn't be like this. So I shoot the one that was closest to me. The game says survive.
Damn. I heard about like you gotta like survive the first.
It just says survive. It don't tell you how long to survive. No clock pops up. Nothing pops up. So you just have to run for your life. So this is also where the game you get a shotgun. I didn't find a shotgun until afterwards. So I'm running around, bro. Like if you was to put the little the Benny Hill music, this would have been perfect. Cause I was running around doing juke moves. I'm like, they grabbing me from behind saying, look, nigga, fight back, nigga. I'm like, look, I have no ammo at this point. I killed like 3 of them. I had no more ammo, no ammo respond.
If you crouched like, you would have got rid of him.
I was like, nigga, I am scared for my life right now, G. So I'm running around. Then I queue up something where a big ass motherfucker, Hagrid pops up, as Daytrail calls him. Hagrid pops up, and he's like, he has this big ass hammer. So I'm like, bro, what do you want me to do? So I took out my knife. So I took out my knife. I'm like, gee, if I gotta. So I'm running around, going through houses, and I like how you can actually like border up. So it's just like I'm trying to protect myself.
Gee, they Call of Duty zombies.
Gee, they saying fuck this freaking board up, nigga. Came in. I'm like, gee, let me run out through the window and shit like that. I'm like, gee, I'm doing at this point. It's like 15 minutes of me just going around trying to. I'm like, gee. So I finally queue up a dialogue where he says, I forgot what the hell Ethan said. So I run back to kind of where the giant dude popped up and then led to a cutscene where I thought Ethan was about to die. He did it, and then it led to them just dipping off. I would say that was the scariest moment in this game, G. The scariest. Now I see how niggas on hardcore die. I saw Chaz do this in 6 minutes, by the way. So there's some niggas who said they were stuck in an hour. So shout out to Chaz. That just shows how freaking good he is at this fucking game. Different breed. But that was a very intense, scary moment because, gee, I was not trying to die, bro. I did not want to die. Literally. So, but yeah. So overall, like I will say, like right now I'm in Lady 9 foot tall lady's castle right now, trespassing, walking around, half Ethan sniffing her panties and shit, you know, being a little weird fuck.
I wonder how big her panties are.
Fucking bloomers, my nigga. But they are thongs. The bloomers to real women, thongs to her.
Probably.
Oh man, but yeah. overall, I'm enjoying the game though. Everybody I know who has it, they're really, really enjoying it. They're giving it very high praise, which is good to see. Um, like I'm not like they literally had a lot of hype because people been hyping up literally 9 foot tall lady for the longest, lusting after her.
Got a double G cup.
Big woman.
That's
I
a
said
big
when I
woman.
watched this play, what a big woman is. We killed all. I'm out the stream. Bye.
God,
He said, yeah, man, I'm going after the
That's
other
it.
people. I'm like, I don't care about the other people no more.
Climbing that back, bro. Climbing.
But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it. It's a really, really good game. One is I like what Capcom is doing with Resident Evil with the taking chances. I understand why they do the remakes, the peace, niggas. You know, the
Would
old
you say that
school
this is a
peoples.
game of the year contender?
It's too early to tell, but I would say like some people legit saying giving it. I know people saying, "Yo, this is definitely up there." I'm not gonna sit there and give it that praise until I finish it, or at least get close to finishing it. But I can say it's possible. It's possible. It's possible.
I'm gonna keep it buck, bro.
It's
I'm
possible.
gonna go. You know, I know you're a fan, Chris, but I'm gonna go to a super fan.
Chaz don't like the game?
No, not Chaz. Well, no, not Chaz. Chaz like it. But I'm talking about from what the niggas I watch. I was watching Cuz play. Fucking Ethan sucks. So,
That nigga Ethan.
but in terms,
That's a regular nigga.
you know, for me watching, right, one the game 8 hours. You can't be a gamer in your shit 8 hours, dog. Just put it there.
It's a work day.
And I mean, like,
It's a
it's
work
not like
day.
8 hours. It's not like 8 hours. How like if you're really, really good at Dark Souls, you can beat Dark Souls in 5 hours. But that's like niggas who play the game more than read once. You play the game once, you beat it in 8 hours. What? Can't do that. That's a waste of money. You pay $70 for this bitch.
Take 70 hours for a work day.
Yeah. So man, come on. That's like paying for a hooker. But now, I understand Resident Evil fans doing like that. But if a nigga out there, let me know if a nigga out there who was so happy to have a PS5 and to buy both, to take to look at me in the dead eye and say, "Yo, Resident Evil 8 better than Returnal." Keep it buck. Because that's the only game right now that you gotta say, "Oh,
That's
this
legit
game
a next gen game." Like I like in turn, I'm basing it on game, but is it this a next gen game?
Yeah, I say, do you feel like it's next gen?
Oh hell
No.
no!
It's not a next gen game. Like it's not I wouldn't consider it's a next gen game. Like they do use certain features, you know, but it's not a next gen game. Like like they at least had more development time compared to like certain shit that dropped, you know. But I'm not gonna say it's oh my god, it pushed the PS5. No, like it, no. But in terms of game in itself, like I said, I'm not gonna sit and say it's a possibility. Like I'm not gonna go full fledged and be like, oh my god, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm like, no, like, cause like I haven't even played Returnal, and off y'all word and just me watching people, I'm like, yo, this looks like game of the year.
Even though I don't think Returnal wins game of the year,
because it's still too early. Like we're in May, like we still got a lot more games to come out.
I would say, where do you stack this? Like, is it amongst your favorite Resident Evil? Like, what's your favorite, and does it compare?
This
to
would definitely be my favorite because in terms of my personal favorites, I will put four. I like the 3 remake. I'm putting 5 in there because literally memories. Me and my little brother literally went through 5 as a full-on co-op mode, and that was just fun. And this, I will probably put this above once I finish it. I will put this above. I probably might put this above 5. So it will be in my top 3 favorites. It will definitely be in my top 3 favorites that I've played. Like I like the 2 remake, but I don't fuck with Leon like that. So you know, but yeah, well I fuck with Leon, but I don't fuck with Resident Evil 2 Leon. So in terms of the ones I played, this is definitely up there in my favorites. I gotta put it up there. But yeah, so that was my early impressions. I feel like if you can wait, if you're not a fan, you can wait. Wait for the price drop because you know it's almost summertime. You know that the Sony PlayStation sale is gonna come. Who knows what happens? I remember hearing saying this might not enter Game Pass. I don't remember. or if it do, it's gonna be a year later. You're on the Xbox side of things.
Oh, it's on Xbox too.
Wait. This one was on Xbox. It's not. It's on PC. So now it's on PC. Either or. So if you can wait for Game Pass for this, you can do that if you're on the Xbox side of things. But if you're on the Sony side, you wait for the price drop if you want. But I will say this: the popularity of the 9 foot tall woman, she's going to be on the next Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Yeah,
she's going to be on there. She's going to be on there.
That's the only reason why I like kept up with that game is because of her.
And like Capcom was shocked on how popular she was. That's probably why if they were to probably if they wanted to push the game back to like the end of summer to kind of possibly rearrange where she comes into the game,
be the last one, the penultimate,
or at least like next to last. I'm pretty sure if they would, but because of how far into development they probably were, they were like, fuck it. But yeah, so check it out if you can. Definitely recommend it if you want to wait till the price drop. If you're a casual person when it comes to the series, do that. If you're really a fan of the series, Instacop. So that's it for that. Let's go ahead and talk about One Piece.
One Piece.
Shout out to One Piece. This was a very fun chapter. Oh my god, it sucks that DC's not here. Oh, it sucks that DC's not here.
Yeah. We definitely gonna have to let him get his 5 minutes of fame next episode. The memes were
man.
Fucking one.
Like, gee. So, I'll let you lead the discussion, and once we get to that part, we will. I'm gonna get my jokes out. Gee, I'm getting my jokes all.
Let me pull up the old notey notes really quick.
But I will say, as Cam doing it, this was a pretty solid chapter after waiting past Golden Week. So it was a good chapter.
I think this is definitely the perfect chapter to continue on after Golden Week. So basically, we start off the chapter with the Red L's, as I call them, basically talking about what they're gonna do next.
I scrolled past that shit too because
I don't really care. I think Okiku. I forgot
they asked about her arm. I'm like, bro, fuck her arm, bro. Her arm got sent Zoro to the Shadow Realm.
The little Kappa nigga was like, I'm finna go someplace, and then I think Nekomomoshi was like, they told them about Pedro, and they're like, oh, the Perodine, he's here, so you gotta go. That's the one who beat Pedro, even though Pedro blew himself up. It wasn't Perospero's fault.
He did it. So I'm like,
the
nigga offed himself.
Yeah, Pedro sucks, and he died because he sucked. Like, I really I don't know if it's an older thing or it's just he just wants us to really care about the minks, but like I genuinely like Pedro. I didn't care about that moment in One Piece. It was like, who cares?
Chalk that up to the game.
Nekomomoshi goes out to go against Perospero, and Okiku, Kinemon, they decide that they're gonna go towards Momonosuke, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think is it this chapter? Yeah. So then we cut to Yamato, Momo, and Shinobu, and Yamato hears that Luffy is fighting Kaido 1v1 on the roof, and so she's like, all right, I'm gonna go after you guys stay here. There's some place you can go to for safety, and then I'm gonna go towards the rooftop to go help Luffy. That's where Yamato's heading. Then Momonosuke, I think he starts reading some of the passages that his dad left behind. And then that's when we cut to the best part of the chapter. We just see a bunch of niggas around. Cut down. This nigga Sanji, Black Leg Sanji, is carrying Zoro. Who is packed up.
That man Zoro was freaking put on a cross.
The man was packed up.
Quick. That is the funny thing is, it is an Easter egg. A lot of people don't know that, but if you watched Vast Stampedo, that show,
yeah,
there's a character in that show with a wrapped up cross. And there is a panel in which Sanji is standing with that cross like that, and they stand the exact same way, bro.
Yeah. So shout out to Oda for that little nod for the 20 people who watched that show.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Not that many people watch that show because ain't nobody talk about it, my nigga. I'm like, they showing love.
It's like, no, who cares? But anyway, that made me interested to check the show out. So shout out to Oda. But anyway, Sanji is carrying packed up across Zoro, and it cuts back to basically Law and Zoro hop back into where Sanji is, and my theory was right because Sanji said he was gonna go towards Momonosuke, and I said that like way back when Sanji was like, "Oh, I'll go this way." Yeah. So, he was heading towards Momonosuke, and he was like, "Hey, wrap Zoro up because I'm gonna go someplace else." And
he said, I think Zoro bother with this nigga.
Said,
Law said, "I do not want to be bothered, man.
So I'm gonna go somewhere else. You take Zoro, package him up, and get him someplace safe." And then Zoro goes like, head to the live floor, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's saying head to the rooftop or head to where Nami and Usopp was. It was weird to me. But then that's when Kinemon and Okiku come, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna go head towards Momonosuke," and Sanji's like, "All right, I'm gonna go that way too." And then we also see Zeus, and Sanji's like, "Hey Zeus, where you at, my nigga? Like, what's going on? Where's Nami?" Zeus is like,
"Oh."
Zeus is like, "Yeah, I'm not you, my nigga."
Look, man, it's complicated. It's complicated.
Toxic bitches, bro. I can't do it right now.
He was like my man's on. No, he was like on Friday when Debo said, "You want some too, old man?" He was like, "Nope."
He said, my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. You feel me? So then we cut back to the confrontation between Big Mom, Ulti, Nami, Usopp, and Otama, and Nami tries to manipulate Big Mom into fighting Ulti, and then Big Mom's like, "Bitch, I'm on your ass after I'm done with her."
He said, "I'm on you too. You get some of this too, nigga."
And then Nami tries to manipulate Ulti into fight Big Mom, and then she's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass after I'm done with her too." So then, while they're like bickering, they tell Otama to like, "Hey, just take the lion and go get the fuck up out of here. Let's get out of Dodge." Ulti sees that they're trying to run away. She's like, "I don't get no fuck," and she like speed blitz. I don't call this a speed blitz or like a feed or anything because like the fucking lion was tired. And
and that lion wasn't that fast anyway. Like,
and if we want to get toxic and talk about like power scaling shit, like the fucking who cares? Like, of course you go speed blitz the nigga. So I don't count that as a feat. I mean, she looked cool doing it, so shout out to that. So she knocks the lion over, and apparently like Otama, she knocks the lion over, and then she like slaps Otama, and then knocks her unconscious, and then that's when. And that's Big Mom sees that, so I'm pretty sure Big Mom will turn up next chapter. But Nami sees that, and Usopp's like, "Hey yo, let's take Otama and get the fuck up out of here." And Nami's like, "Fuck that shit, bro. She hit a kid. I ain't with that shit." And then she does an attack to the ulti, and like it looks like she's doing some serious damage. So listen, bro, we just adding on like Sanji fans, Nami fans, like we was eating good this chapter, G, because I'm thinking my theory going into next chapter is that, or going into the next, if Oda decides to cover the conflict, is that eventually Zeus is going to come in, and I think Nami is going to get Zeus back. That's my biggest theory. And then I think that Big Mom is go piece Ulti up
easily. Light work.
Big Mom is go fuck Ulti. Big Mom and Nami are go fuck Ulti up. But other than that, I fucking love this chapter. The memes from that Mihawk, them replacing Mihawk's sword with Zoro. G, it's the funniest shit that I saw. This nigga carrying packed up Zoro. G, Sanji smoking. on that Zoro, on Zoro in the bed, G. It's some of the funniest shit I've seen, bro. So shout out to the community. That shit was fast as hell, bro.
Oh
Y'all
man,
niggas
G,
was
they
on
way
it, G.
wasted no time, bro. Like
And
this is the bogus part because the spoilers been out since like Monday or Tuesday, early because of Golden Week. Like spoilers were hidden. No, they were hidden like after we recorded last week. They were starting to pop up, and it was quiet. I pointed out DC. I'm like, yo, read this part. I don't think you paid attention to this part that well.
the community was real quiet.
And then, like as once the deep spoilers hit, that's when the memes started to circulate. But once the early translation, it went full speed ahead. G, because like, yo, that shit. I told DC he had to Photoshop Claus turning somebody into a Zoro Jesus. I gotta remind him to make that because G, it's not too late. Them jokes still can fly, G. I need Claus turn Zoro to a Jesus.
The official chapter came out today, so yeah.
Yep, so it's like, G, them jokes can still fly, but I need Claus from KK Sensei to turn Zoro to a Jesus piece.
I approve.
We need that. We need that as a culture, G. But yeah, G. But overall, like I needed that because some Zoro fans get out of hand, just all the way, just get out of hand.
Niggas been real quiet,
too quiet. Like, G, like it shows. Law said, "Look, I do not want to carry this broken, battered ass nigga around. Sanji, you're not even a doctor. Take care of him."
Then what the fuck am I supposed to? All right, nigga.
Like, G, yo, that's like you going to like the best hospital in Chicago. I don't know what, Northwestern downtown or whatever. I don't know. And they say, "Hey, we can't take care of this person." It throws them to a nigga.
No, the janitor walks up and they go like, "Hey, you take care of him."
Exactly. Be like, "Nigga, what the fuck you want me to do?" We can't work with this person. That's literally what happened when it came to that. It was hilarious. So, but early predictions, like I do agree with Cam. I'm with you with the Zeus and Nami will reunite, especially after I think Sanji probably like, "Nigga, what the hell going on?" So it might kind of scare them to definitely head back to Nami. Another one is I think it does lead to Sanji fighting King and Queen. Is going to lead to a Sanji and Zoro versus King and Queen fight.
You think Sanji go fucking swing Zoro around?
Bro, G, if he swing that nigga around in the midst of the fight, bro, I will cry laughing, G. I will cry laughing. I need that, G. So that's my early predictions. I think the King and Queen versus Sanji and Zoro makes the most sense, especially if Luffy is literally fighting Kaido on his own. Even though Yamato says, that was something we forgot to talk. Yamato says she's heading to the roof.
Yeah.
So I guess now it's Yamato. It's going to be eventually be Yamato and Luffy versus Kaido. I still rather have Kaido have his 1-on-1 with Luffy, but it is what it is.
I think Kaido just go piece up Yamato.
You say you my child, man. G,
you ain't got Conqueror Saki.
We get Kaido as Omni, man.
Think, Yamato, think. I want to have my 1-on-1 to show how strong I am in the power scaling community.
You get the Luffy you get the Luffy, my friend that I just met 2 minutes ago, power up and all shonen. He started punching fucking Kaido. Like that, bro. It's in the fucking pudding right there. Dog.
Yo, if Oda recreates the Omni Man with Kaido and Yamato says, "Think."
Think, Yamato, think. I need to establish my dominance in the power scaling community.
Why are you here? Why are you helping this guy? But yeah, but good One Piece chapter. Thank God no break, so we'll be talking about it again next week. Plus with DC getting his bars off. Let's go ahead and go to My Hero. My Hero was actually pretty decent this week.
Is this the chapter they tried to smoke All Might in?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It was like
they tried.
It was literally a panel and they cut away, so we don't know what happened to them.
Yeah. More. Look, man. If All Might was to get smoked in a car accident, G, I will cry.
Hey, listen, bro.
You will cry.
You had to have that dialogue.
Listen, G. Listen, bro. I'm laughing. Sorry.
That dialogue, G.
I just can't. I'm laughing.
Look, G,
How
you
you
had
go
to
out
get
like
them
that,
bars
G?
off, G.
How you go out like that, my nigga?
Hey, come on, man.
this nigga go Deku go back into the Avatar state, and then All Might go be like, "Young Midoriya, my fault."
Nigga, all might be like, hey, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Like, G, a car accident? Like, of all ways.
all the other predecessors went out swinging, dying and shit, and then they just go look at this nigga All Might like, nigga, car crash.
Car crash?
Nigga,
Like a car
you ain't even
explosion?
got. They'll be like, nigga, you ain't even got no quirks to pass to this nigga Deku, bro. Get the fuck up out of here, my nigga.
Get on. Skedaddle. But, so, the chapter itself opens up in, with Endeavor. Well, is he still Sizzle at this? Sizzle. Yeah, he's still Sizzle. He's still Sizzle. Sizzle taking out some random bad guy who I guess is trying to take out a store. He makes light work out of him, but he does point out that the villain was using like enhanced support weapons or whatever. So I guess that's somewhat of a big deal. Cause
Yeah, from the bootleg Oak nigga from the villain arc.
And watch, I thought that nigga was in jail, but who cares? But anyway, so Endeavor makes light work of that guy. He meets up with Drip God and Hawks, and as they're having a conversation, protesters, anti-hero protesters pop up, and this is what I'm saying. I'm like, look, man, y'all logic makes absolutely no fucking sense of why you like. It's one thing to sit there and be like, the heroes let us down and shit like
It'd be
that.
like one thing to say like, hey, fuck this nigga Endeavor because you hid all this shit from us while
Yeah.
you're trying to bask in the
It's
sunlight,
one thing,
right?
but they are mad because they let Shigaraki get away, and that they feel like they're hiding information in regards to Deku. Nigga, that's none of y'all fucking business.
They right.
It's villains out there willingly. Look, villains are literally rolling around causing mass chaos, and you have the few heroes trying to contain them, and you're mad and have the nerve to protest heroes. Like how Kim feels about them kids.
If you know they
Fuck
going
them
after
niggas.
Deku, right?
You said what?
What does that, like they know that the main target is Deku. So it's like, what does that change? Like if Endeavor would go like, yeah, they're after a little kid. What's that gonna leave you with? Like, what are you gonna do with that information? You go rat him out? And if you rat him out, it's helping him because it's like he's literally going like, yeah, I want to draw them towards me. So it's like, what is your ultimate goal in protesting? I can understand if it's like, fuck that nigga Endeavor for like what he did to Dobby, and as a result of Dobby,
or the fact that Hawks killed the person, you know.
Yeah, like I can understand, like, you know, Sizzle, you know, Sizzle being Sizzle, like all the shit that he did led to a lot of the current shit that's going on as far as Dobby is concerned.
Yeah,
and like people who have suffered because of Dobby, because I think somebody said that.
Yeah,
like,
somebody said, yeah, he burnt my family to a crisp.
Yeah. So like I can understand him going like, yo, fuck that nigga Sizzle, right? But like everybody else going like, I mean, like these. I hate Sizzle too, but like you need him. You need these people to kind of contain the mess.
Exactly. And talking about we don't need fake heroes. Like, gee, y'all sound like Stain fan. Yo, Hirokoshi is mocking Stain stands.
Talk about it. G.
He's mocking Stain fans, G. Cause he, you know, the Stain has yet to pop up and do anything of major. Like who gives a fuck? Yeah. He's gonna pop up and sit there and tell Deku, good job.
You know the chapter that Stain comes out is gonna be like episode 19 of Demon Slayer.
Yo,
like this is gonna be like, this is the best hero. This is the best chapter of My Hero because Stain's back, baby. The best villain in One Piece. Stain's
that dude's
back.
It's gonna be a one-off chapter. We ain't gonna see Stain ever again, G. He gonna tell Deku, I approve of you, man. You doing your thing. Oh yeah, Shigaraki's around the corner, and move on. That's what's literally going to happen.
Crumbles to dust.
Like literally. But anyway, so pretty much the heroes is like, fuck them protesters. Moved on. I don't know why they're driving. By the way, why they're driving a car?
I don't know why they don't have like either Hawks or Sizzle drive with All Might. Like you just leaving this defenseless ass nigga to drive by himself.
Why is All Might driving?
The nigga is a walking liability now.
Like,
It
come
sucks
on.
to say that, but he's a walk. The nigga is
He's a
doing
walking liability.
nothing beneficial to the cause.
But this thing, All Might has so many plugs in America, probably in China, all of that. Why are you driving? And why is the car not bulletproof, explosion proof? You're All Might.
I know the movie's not canon, but like you did have this one nigga in America who was like the best fucking support item builder known to man.
Ever.
You could call this nigga up and go like, "Hey, I need some favors, G, because I ain't got no quirk."
Like, gee, and plus I gotta protect my little homie, you know. So yeah, but pretty much Hawks and them discuss like, hey, we can't tell them we gotta protect Deku out the bam, you know, all of that. So moves on, like, and they pretty much confirmed that Deku pretty much said, look, Off One is trying to hijack this nigga Shigaraki's body, G. That's his plan. That's why he's in Tuck. So, which, hey, I'm not surprised by. So now we move on to All Might driving. And I guess he lost track of he lost track of Deku on the GPS. He like, where'd the kid go? We see somebody shoot his phone. It looked like they shot the phone out of his hand. I don't know. It looked like he had a phone. I
That
don't
was
know.
a grenade, bro.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
no,
a grenade. Okay,
It was a grenade.
because the
It
way the
lit up in
panel
front of
is
his-
drawn is like he has.
That's what I say. It was a weird panel, and it just cut.
Yeah, because it's like his hand is like on the like right here, like he was on the phone. But okay, I see it now. But it makes sense. So then it goes boom, like so. All Might supposed to get into a car explosion like Han for Fast and the Furious. So to be continued. I just know All Might better not. If he gets seriously damaged in this car accident, G, we're gonna have some jokes, and the dialogue about All Might needs to kind of have to be spoken. But it's all in love because that's what we do on this podcast. But moving on, so Deku gets a phone call from, if anybody remembers, the hot lady from the jail, Prison Break. She says, "Hey, check it out. I need you to come with me." She has a big ass sniper rifle coming out her arm.
Yeah. So he basically was like, "Hey, I haven't drawn any waifus in a while, so you go."
His replacement Midnight. His Midnight's replacement. His Midnight's replacement. And in the background you can see that she took somebody's limbs. We don't know who it is.
Yeah, some dude laying on the.
Yeah, some people said it might be somebody important, but
I'm trying to think of people with. I mean, the only person I could think of with dark hair like that is Dobby, and obviously that's not Dobby. So
yeah, and I don't remember Stain's hair color at all. I don't give a fuck about Stain. You know,
that's Stain. Then I'm laughing.
Jokes.
The jokes fine because he got off screen. G. He got off.
Even worse. He got off screen. G. So yeah. So pretty much it is alleged that this person works with All For One. So we're getting places here. So shout out to this is a decent chapter. Good little setup for things. I think next chapter's gonna be very dialogue heavy, so be ready for a lot of words. Biggest question is, did All Might survive that car crash? that's the biggest question we have is, does All Might survive the car crash? Because that puts that puts him like, hey, bro, come on. That's not that, like I'll kind of be like, damn, that's kind of bogus to take All Might out in a car crash.
The nigga's a liability at this point, bro. Folks need to chill out in the
like,
sidelines.
Keep that man somewhere safe, like how he was during the big ass war that was going on. Keep him safe.
Ain't do nothing no more, G. His
on.
fire has burnt out, G.
Legit, but decent chapter though. Let's go ahead and move on. We'll do the Goku Day announcements last, but news wise, Kodakawa, they do a lot of anime, mainly like a lot of isekais and shit. They want to do 40 anime a year. They want to produce 40 anime a year.
Listen, that has got to be the dumbest thing I've heard, G. I'm sorry. Because I do know that Kadokawa, they also listen. Unless one of them anime is fucking Full Metal Panic season 5, I need that shit. I need my fix. But 40 anime a year, bro. Are you trying to get into Crunchyroll original tier of anime producing?
I don't even think Crunchyroll original has gotten made that
No, I'm
much.
talking about as far as the quality.
Oh,
The quality. Because if you trying to spread a budget out for making 40 anime, bro, them animes go be butt cheeks, my nigga.
Yep.
It go be butt cheeks, bro. And I mean, imagine how packed each anime season is gonna be as far as like, yeah, watch these 15 Kadokawa anime that's coming out. Like,
And
no,
just
nigga, like
and to kind of throw out there what Kodokawa does, like currently they are responsible for Sword Art and ReZero.
Hey, look. So, anime number 1. There's this dark-haired guy. He gets transported into a world.
into another world.
That's
Anime number
Isekai.
2. There's this guy that's really, really weak.
But this time he has this time
he
he has red hair.
got red hair. He's weak, but when he get transported into another world, he accidentally kills everybody he sees. All right, third anime. There's another guy, short, fat, ugly. When he transferred to the other world, every woman likes him, and he's really, really powerful. Anime number 4. We're gonna change it up a bit.
A little bit, change it up.
When she transferred to another world, she's powerful.
But in the next anime, it's gonna be a girl, but this time when she goes into the world, she's gonna be a guy.
Come on, man. Need my money, bro. Come on, son, bro. Sand Trail Side.
And then the show's gonna be called In Another World Where My Gender Changed? Exclamation point, question mark. Come on, G, sign the check.
Don't forget the quotations too. The quotations are definitely needed.
With them niggas, man.
But yeah, Kodokawa, I think they out their rabbit ass mind. If anything, if you trying to produce 40 anime, like nigga, I need a new season of Konosuba, my nigga. Please.
I need a new season of Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic deserves another season too. With the 90s art style.
Yeah.
Keep the 90s art style.
The CGI robots wasn't hitting. Just stick to what worked in the past.
Exactly. So, but I think y'all out y'all rabbit ass mind, but I understand. I don't understand, honestly. No. I don't. Like, I don't even think
I'm trying to think of it as far as
like
them trying to like, oh, let's make some money, but it's like you gotta not only have to budget all of those shows accordingly, but those shows have to be profitable. Like,
exactly,
people have to be streaming it, watching it, buying DVDs, shit like
willingly.
that. Like, and then if you have a bunch of, because like there's only 4 seasons, you're talking about 40. So let's just do some math. That's 10 a season.
And let's just say, and like if you're like known for like like the Sword Art and ReZero series, like nigga, you're kind of cheating out.
Your shows are gonna be competing against each other, which
exactly
makes no sense.
Like, yeah, like we know Mappa can have like 2-3 different things, but it's like it's still very well.
Those are like number 1s and 2s and 3s of the season.
Exactly. Like, no. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I really hope they do plan on hiring more of an animation team, because like, gee, you telling me I'm responsible for 40 anime in a year as a team? I'm like, you hiring more people, right? No, we keeping the same 5 people in this fucking room. I have a ball. I have a ball. So it is what it is with that. Gaming news. Lost Judgment has been announced, and I am happy as fuck. Cam is hype.
Oh my god.
We here for this.
Yes.
We here for this. We here for this, G.
When did they say the release date was again?
I think they said September, but I'm gonna double check that real quick.
I'm so glad that they not only did they announce it, but they was like, all right, it's coming out this year.
September. Yep, September.
September 2021. This was a very welcome surprise because I was not expecting. Because Chris, you the one who was like put the thing in the chat. I'm like, hold on, we getting a sequel?
Look, bro, I was on Twitter. I was like, huh?
It was like, oh yeah, it leaked that there's like it's in the Japanese. I'm like, hold on, don't do this to me. And then Sega did a live stream where they were talking about it. Me and Chris fucking love the original Judgment. That game is like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Like, gee, that is in my top 5 favorite PS4 game.
Fucking absolutely amazing. Story, gameplay, just characters, the twist of the thing. So like
enjoyable side missions.
Yep. They have fucking a fucking waifu simulator in there too, bro.
Exactly.
Like there's some good quality shit in that game. And it also had the wackiness that you would expect from a Yakuza title as well.
Game, yeah.
So this game I only know what I saw in the trailer, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot more intense than the original game. I guess it involves an incident where this dude gets tried for like a groping incident, I think.
Yeah, something petty, like a petty crime, and then he looking crazy, like, hey man,
he like,
check this
y'all
out.
know I killed this nigga. No, he didn't say I killed him, but you know, if you go to this location, it's a dead nigga. That nigga is responsible for killing my son, and I hired somebody to do it. This nigga's body's rotten somewhere, flies and shit all over him, and then my nigga, Yagami is on the case, basically trying to find out, who did the killing and how does this connect to the cases and all this other stuff.
And everybody like, leave this case alone.
Yeah, everybody's like, it's a scene in the trailer where he walks up and he sees that somebody is dead, and
he's like,
I have a theory as to who it might be, and if it's that person, I'm going to fucking cry when I get to that part of the. I'm gonna cry, bro, because like it looks like he's getting put through a lot of shit. So
yeah.
I'm very much looking at this. If you're talking about what is going to be some future Black Otaku plays, that is a definitive hell yes. So yeah, September 2021, get it.
Yep. So I'm here for it. Shout out to Sega. I don't know, I forgot who is the exact development team, but shout out to Sega for like
it's like Ryu Gogen Studio, something like that.
Yeah. Respect to you niggas. And also they confirmed that all Yakuza games, and this kind of hurt my soul, will be following the turn-based style of Like a Dragon. I'm like, come on.
Get your weight up.
So the good thing is that they said that, because I think that Judgment is going to be a long-running series.
Yeah, that's what they said. Judgment will be the new action series, and Yakuza will just be like the turn-based series. So
I don't mind that change, and then I actually really do like the turn-based from what I've played in Yakuza Like a Dragon. It flows really well. It's definitely gonna take some time getting used to, but like I said before, when I was doing my impressions, Sega owns Atlas. Atlas produced Persona 5. Persona 5 is RPG. That gave them a shit ton of money. So they were like, listen,
hey, we're gonna put it into our best game, our second best game. I can't knock it. I can't knock it.
Apparently they said that the reception for Yakuza Like a Dragon, as far as the turn-based, was really good. And so they were like, hey, I mean, if y'all like it, we go keep doing it and
until you niggas say
involving it. And then if you don't like it, then you got Judgment. You got Judgment for the action shit. So,
yeah.
I'm not.
I can't wait till we actually get like a Yakuza Judgment actual clash.
Man, but that would depend on. It would depend on like the time periods. Like when does Judgment take place
in the same world? They confirm.
No, I'm saying like the years and stuff.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Like, does this take place around the same time that my nigga Kiryu was doing shit, or is it like way after?
Yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah, like I would love that actually, because just the curiosity. I just want to see Yagami and another dude link up, be like,
Yagami.
We're gonna get a lot more Yagami. Oh, bro, gee, this was part of the trailer. I'm like, the high school shit. G.
What?
What did you think of the high school? Like the fact they added in the fact you can go to a high school and shit. What do you think of that part, G?
You can go to a high school?
You didn't see it was in the trailer. Like, well, it wasn't in the trailer, but it was like during the live stream they mentioned, oh, y'all like good portion of the side missions side missions. Some of the story involves the high school and high school.
I mean, like, because the thing, he didn't do any weird shit in the first game with any underage kids. He did not do any weird shit. I think it's more so like they go to him and go on some you might get some petty fucking side quests. Like
I saw a side quest where he was doing like a talent show with the kids or something.
Yeah, or like you might get one side quest where it was like, I think my boyfriend's cheating on me or some shit like that type of thing. So I don't think it's anything too bad.
Actually, like Persona, what's that shit called? The dungeon, not the dungeons, but the big dungeon.
Oh, Mementos.
Yeah, basically Memento shit. Hey, this nigga talking shit. Why he talking shit to me? Oh, I found out his mama died. Let's go talk to him. Tell me it ain't all, you know.
That's low key. You have to be doing it like in Judgment. You'll be like, hey, I think my husband's cheating on you, and then it turn into like niggas doing drugs and shit like that, running the prostitution ring and some shit like that.
I didn't expect this turn. Damn. Okay. But yeah, so we got Judgment, G. We happy. We lit around here, G. You know the vibes. So September, we all in for that.
That's an instant pre-order.
Very instant pre-order. Very premium edition too. At that, I don't care.
Oh God. Yep.
Moving on. Biggest news of the week because we're all Dragon Ball Z Goku fans, stans, one of the two. Goku Day is today, and it came with announcements. I'll let one of you guys take the lead on that.
I don't know it's a movie, so go ahead, Cam. I don't know about any other enough.
Nothing for Dokkan either. Ain't nothing for Dokkan.
Man, fuck Dokkan. I'm about to talk about that shit.
Bro, I'm Gotcha Game K, bro. May 12th is when the anniversary of One Piece drops. If bad things happen, I'm done with Gotcha games.
Damn.
I'm letting y'all know this. Like I'm telling y'all this on the channel right now because my time is very limited now. If I don't get some good stuff in One Piece, bro, I'm gonna just chalk it up to the game, cut my financial losses there, and I'm getting rid of Gotcha games from my life.
Ooh. All right.
Well, for me, like I can say like every Dragon Ball game usually do something for Gohan Day. Dokkan do it in 3 ways. They do Goku, Gohan, Goten Day.
Yeah, they lead up to it.
They give like 3 days because I guess their birthdays is like one after another. RP Chi-Chi.
Because their names are associated with numbers, like Goten, Gohan, and Goku. It leads up to it's like 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it leads up to that.
So yeah, Goku Day is just a big day, period, for like Dragon Ball in general. It just represents the main character of the show. But the biggest thing about the news is what Akira Toriyama said, and it had the fans split because Dragon Ball fans are low-key illiterate. So when it took a lot of reading because so basically the short, I can go look for it, but to say it in short, he said that they're gonna use a different style in terms of when it comes to the
animation.
That niggas don't. That's the thing. Motherfuckers don't know. Because like if we keep it buck, Dragon Ball Broly was a different, terms of like animation, and that came out really, really good. So I'm trying to go to it right now.
You talking about the little note that he wrote about the movie? Yeah.
Yeah. Only nigga I go for Dragon Ball news. Shout out to Dragon Ball Hype. He will put you fucking on with literally everything.
Yeah, he stayed with the news.
I'm going. I know. Oh, here you go. So word for word, all new movie. Imagine it's translation. So this is not exactly what he said.
You gotta counter that in.
It's a rough translation.
All new movie since Dragon Ball Super Broly is currently in the making. Just like the previous movie, I'm heavily leading the story and dialogue production for another amazing film. I really shouldn't talk too much about the plot yet, but be prepared for some extreme and entertaining bouts, which may feature an unexpected character. This is the part that I would have been so looking into the unexpected character because
that's what I'm saying. Like
that's the part I would have made 20-hour YouTube videos about. Is the unexpected character that gets me like goosebumps. Not even to say, oh, we might get a movie character get canon again, but bringing other people in the movie verse. If they bring Jaren back, if they bring Brody back, if they bring if Weiss get a fucking fight, bro, like that shit will have me like, oh my god, this movie is a 10 out of 10. But like, this is the thing everybody got. We'll be chatting through unexplored territory in terms of the visual aesthetics. That's the only thing that everybody is like, what the fuck? Visual aesthetics.
Yes, I mean, it could be.
It could mean that the movie will be in 3D, not 3D as in Pixar 3D, but 3D as in with glasses. It could be fucking the same thing in Broly movie. It could be fucking 4D in which we smell the fucking Kamehameha coming out the fucking screen. Like it could be
like since they're both Toei, it could just be like the style that One Piece is doing. Like they try to apply that to Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Visual aesthetics to give the audience an amazing ride. So I hope everyone will look forward to the new movie. So that got Dragon Ball fans going crazy. A lot of people thinking the moral arc is animated. I don't know.
That's me.
I think this will be something different. I
don't think it's going to be moral arc either.
Yeah, I honestly think we get Dragon Ball after certain because Toei doing a lot of shit and Funimation doing a lot of shows. So I think we get Dragon Ball after certain shows, except for One Piece, because that's not in our lifespan. But other shows that they're working on is slowing down. I don't think we're getting Dragon Ball Moro or the current arc we on in a while. So Chris will probably be 30. I'm just gonna throw his age out there. Chris will probably be 30 by the time that we get the show. So I think it will be something entirely new. I don't think Moral Arc deserves a movie.
No, I think that's anime stuff.
I agree.
Yeah, I also think it's very hard to make that arc into a movie because there's so many things that goes into it. It's easier to turn a movie into an animated series instead of making a movie into an arc. Instead of making an arc into a movie, we get Demon Train shit of things looking like too fast.
That's what I'm saying. And then you could run into that issue where if you make this movie, like, say, for instance, it's like they animate the moral arc and then, like, the arc that we currently have is when they start, like, the official second coming of Dragon Ball Super anime. You run into that issue where you may alienate some people who may not have access to see the fucking movie before the actual season comes out. I think it's going to be, because, like, with Broly, there's no arc or no manga shit, right? So I feel like they could probably do another thing where, like, in between Broly and Moro, they could just throw some shit in and say, oh, it's canon. Or maybe even do some stuff where they go back into the past or some shit like that. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Moro because I don't think it'd be a good decision to do Moro.
I think honestly, keep it buck. It don't have to be canon. It's a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dragon Ball fans do that to themselves. That everything had to be canon for what though? Like, what's the point of a movie like that being canon? So we can canon because at the end of the day, every movie, especially in Z, has the same exact formula except for 2 or 3 that involves like the Janemba movie and anything after Broly first movie because that involves the Gohan and even the second Broly movie. It involves Goku coming down, either landing a punch or coming and that nigga out of the universe. There's no different like this should be canon because this is so cool. Every villain literally dies the same way. That's how you niggas was getting finessed in Z. Keeping it real, niggas didn't watch Dragon Ball. Motherfuckers just talked about it and then say, I watched that when I was a shorty. Nobody watched this shit.
No, they watched the AMVs.
They watched the AMVs. Nobody watched this shit. The movies were literally just fan service. Yep. You want to see what another Saiyan is that's evil? He'll go Turles. You want to see Frieza's brother? He'll go Cooler. This is not like something that, you want to see Gohan without Goku for the first time? BoJack movie.
Want to see some more androids?
Android 13. You want to see Broly come back again? You want to see him come back a third time?
The third time does not exist.
That
third time don't exist.
I would say Janemba is probably the only movie that actually deals, and Harudegan, but Harudegan fucking sucks in my
Yeah, that movie.
Zelda. They were like, we need Zelda in Dragon Ball. But In all honesty, it's like, why not? It don't have to be canon. I know it will be. It don't have to be. But there was a funny picture. I hope I downloaded it. I was on Twitter last night. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Let me put this in. If they do some shit like, if Akira Toriyama come out and do some shit like this, I will fucking cry. I'll put it in the chat. I will fucking cry, bro.
Bro,
Let's see.
I will fucking cry.
the DBZ, the DBZCU.
Bro. G. I will cry.
What the fuck?
Yo, hit retro pursuit.
Broly, Piccolo Super Namek, Angels Omniverse, Rebirth. Fuck. What did this say?
Majin
Oob,
Yamoshi.
Red Death, Yamoshi, Legend of the Shadow Dragon, Galactic Patrol, Z Fighters, Trunks Guys.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro.
Wait, 2038? What the fuck?
Yo, that shit will be fire, bro. You just come out and just name all these fucking movies.
Hey, I'm mad as hell, bro. What the fuck is these fucking we not getting Super Saiyan God Trunks until 2038.
You know, it's so fucking racist whoever did this. Because they put the Majub in the Black Panther print.
I know.
Like,
come on, G.
Gee, it's so good, dog. I watched it. I was on Twitter last night because everybody was memeing. The fact that they're excited, but everybody was memeing like what the movie was gonna be. So they did like the characters,
shit,
all that type of shit. But I'm looking for Angels Omniverse to get the backstory of the Angels. And I tell you, I will be skipping Piccolo Super Namek. I'll be skipping.
I'll be skipping Majin Oob.
That's the Black
Galactic Patrol Z Fighters looks like a skip too.
No, but you gotta get Z Fighter, so that'd be basically
Z-Fighters.
Goku with them, though. But Goku will be with them.
I feel like
nigga.
I feel like it's gonna be Yamcha as a fucking Star Lord or some shit like
exactly.
that.
Oh, wait, you're saying Z Fighters, bro. Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead, wrap that movie up, G.
Bardock Red Death looking like a reboot to what the fuck happened to Bardock.
That shit gonna be fire though, bro. He go take the blood band-aid and put it on.
Bro, yo homie Chris. Yo, you need to quit putting that guy code.
That's not my homie, G. That's a former teammate who
homie.
allegedly did things.
Teammates are brothers, man. But all in all, looking like it's my goat's birthday, technically. Always, just happy for Goku Day. This is probably the biggest Goku Day in a while. Imagine if you play gacha games, you understand like doing Goku like Dokkan Battle doing. I don't play Legends, so please don't ask me on that. But
they didn't do anything for Goku Day.
But Goku Dragon Ball got a new event for GT Goku. It's just beating all the Gokus from GT, I guess. And is it hard? Not really. It depends on if you're trying to do the missions, and that shit gets kind of hard. But other than that, it's just it's very hard to do stuff for Dragon Ball. Which that game is, that it's on the level of like when you think of like Pokemon and Hello Kitty, everything is so merchandised. So if you want to get the full
licenses too.
Yeah, when you want to get the full experience of that, you get the Goku Day figurine that dropped or some shit. You get the Goku Day Legend. And we not in fucking Japan, so we won't experience any of that type of shit. But that's kind of like how it is. You know what I'm saying? There's not none other than that movie. We don't have an anime to celebrate Goku Day. Like, we're not going to get a world premiere type shit because that movie ain't coming out to 2022. So, all in all, we waiting for the trailer. That's how I would say, wait for the trailer. If it's a fully 3D movie, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's 2 animes that I am very confident in, 3 actually, that I am very confident in that they will put the bank into that shit that, yes, it will come out looking good. One Piece, fucking Pokemon, goddamn Dragon Ball. There are 3 things that I'm confident in which Japan as a fucking nation will throw money into that shit. Is it going to be a fully 3D thing? No, because it comes out fucking next year. If you mean to tell me they did some CGI shit looking like X-Arm, yeah, let's slander one of my
Berserk.
Let's slander it. Let's get the slander train going. But other than that, I know with Dragon aesthetics, I'm thinking of colors. I'm thinking of movement, animation, the quote unquote good fights in which everybody just blocking each other hands. We probably see a lot of this shit of just hand blocking. Because you know that makes a good fight of just hands slapping each other, jump, throw the sword, even though that nigga never used a sword in his life. Throw the fucking sword. The guy catch the sword, flip it. You know, there you go. That's all I care for. I just, Dragon Ball, I'm happy. I stand it. Obviously, literally my whole top shelf is just Dragon Ball memorabilia and shit like that. It's getting bigger, by the way, no homo. It's getting bigger. But if the shit wasn't so fucking expensive, it'll look better. But yeah, that's it. Anything else?
Cool. That's it. But before we get to clowns, I do want to share with you guys how I trolled in this anime group or this nerd
It
group.
got worse than somebody just laughing at you?
Nah, well, I would just troll. I trolled Rock Lee fans and led to a big ass argument.
Oh, so it led to an argument for real, for real?
Yeah, they was legit mad, G. So I'm just gonna read the list of things because pretty much they said, what did they call? What's the official name for Primary Lotus? Because we see it in other video games and shit. Whatever. I was like, whatever. So it led to somebody like. So then I was just like, it's called the move that didn't beat Gara.
It didn't though.
It didn't beat Gara. So here's the responses. I hate you. How dare you?
No, I think that dude was playing. Like he was.
Yeah, I
being
know he
like,
was
hate
hating.
you, lol.
But yeah. But I hate you, LOL. How dare you? Laughing. Yeah, he lost horribly, but he still knotted up a Jinchuriki.
Did he knot up a Jinchuriki?
No.
No, he didn't.
Gara walked away.
So,
Everybody was in a hospital after this shit, except for like 3 niggas. Sasuke, Naruto, and fucking Gara. Like everybody else was in a hospital after they fights.
The Gara said,
and
"I'm out."
And Neji beat the shit out of his cousin off of Family Angst. But like literally, everybody else was literally this nigga. Go ahead, Chris.
So then I told dude that's like saying Jake Paul. We rewarded Jake Paul for taking Floyd Mayweather's hat. Like nigga, you got bodied afterwards. Gee, like what difference does it make? So they said for somebody who didn't know a lick of jutsu, I don't know. It definitely made me pay attention to him more. Like nigga, what?
Okay, pay attention to them more. In what aspect?
What he do after that?
Because the man was in the hospital after that.
That nigga's whole arc was Tsunade telling him, "Hey, you may not fight again.
You are not going to fight again." Until he literally he drank Hennessy and then it was like, all right.
Right.
But
and then he didn't even beat that nigga. Guess who came and saved him?
the nigga that
Gara.
beat his ass. The nigga that beat his ass.
Gara stole his moments twice in the original Naruto moment because he didn't have another moment after
And
that.
he never had a canon moment after that. Proceeding on, Gara cheated. And then the writers inevitably tossed him aside.
Gara cheated? How he cheat? The nigga used the powers that he has?
The nigga is a Jinchuriki with sand ability.
No hands was getting thrown. I hate doing shit like that because it makes me seem like I'm, acting like alternative black and shit like that when I'm making certain fucking voices. But literally, that's when niggas. I wonder if you questioned that nigga and said, "How so?" Like, how so?
No, because G.
Glad I'm not terrorizing that fucking group. Terrorize that motherfucker.
At this point, I just let the fire just burn because it led to other people arguing. So shout out to my man's Garrett Greer, because he literally saw what I was doing and said, "Hey, about to keep it G real with you niggas." He ain't lying. So he says to the person who said asked me about we got a reward for piecing up Gara because he's a Jinchuriki. I'm like, which is cap. He says he ain't even hurt Gara. He didn't hurt him. And then dude was like, he definitely hurt Gara, but you got it. So now he's in his feelings. You know when he said you got it,
you got it,
in feelings. So then my man's Shout out to Garrett, bro. I'm gonna send you a link to this podcast. I want you to know we shout you out, bro, because you are a member of the gospel and you're spreading it. So pause. But but he drops manga images and says literally Gara walked away without a scratch.
You know this nigga cold, G.
He literally dropped the manga panel where literally like you can see Gara walking away without a scratch. He kind of had the little cracks, but he healed himself.
It's fucking armor. A crack on your face will result in blood in your skull.
Yeah, that's
That's also true.
Like even to get to a medical aspect, if this nigga had any type of brain trauma from any of the blows Rock Lee would have had, he would have had fluid coming down his nose. Because that consists of brain damage when you have snot-like fluid coming down your nose. You niggas can look it up. Gar had none of that because he was cracked. In the name of, he was cracked like we played Apex, right? This nigga got a shit ton of shield. I shot him a couple times.
Right.
He cracked. He still got shield.
That's like
He got a bunch of health.
You put a dent in my, like, if I'm actually carrying a shield, you put a dent in my shield. Okay,
I'm good.
I'm still good.
So then my man's proceeds to drop another panel where literally he says Gara is walking away without a scratch while Guy is consoling Rock Lee. You know,
Yeah, he literally looks back like you a bitch.
he said, "You a bitch." So then my man's gets mad. Said he did damage, walked away just fine. You just making shit up. So he pretty much just roasted this dude. And then he continues to bring more. He says, this nigga Lee, though, motherfucker's about to retire. Gara walked his ass back up to the stairs for even being actually hit. Sasuke factually the first person to hurt Gara. And he's not lying. Because Gara legit said, I'm bleeding.
Yep,
He acknowledged the fact he was bleeding. And he showed the manga panel as well of that. So it's like,
Get in that nigga ass. Get in there.
So then dude responds, he's mad. At me next time, fool. I ain't read not one manga, but anybody would tell you Lee would have won. Hold on. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Nigga said I ain't read the manga, but damn it.
Like nigga, you got it's that the anime, bro.
Niggas watched that one YouTube clip and have
AMV.
created a whole universe of what the fuck happened in that show.
Oh my god, but hold on. He says, but anybody could tell you Lee would have won if Gara wasn't a Jinchuriki. But y'all continue praising the tailed beast who beat a Genin, who doesn't use ninjutsu. Like I said, you got it.
Nigga, it don't matter. It don't matter if Gara was fighting fucking Sakura. This is a tournament arc. This is a one-on-one fight between niggas who use special abilities called jutsu.
And no, Gara got beat by a fucking Genin. Please don't say, oh, he was a nine-tailed fox too. Bro, that shit with that net. Yo, Kishimoto didn't even know what the fuck to do with that universe. Because guess what? Kuruma was out in the fucking flesh off of a transformation jutsu with a fucking frog. So I don't want to hear this fucking. He won with a headbutt and a summoning jutsu. That's fucking
And talk no jutsu, G.
Like this nigga Gara was full-fledged Jinjuriki Gara. Like that one-tailed beast was out, and Naruto won with a headbutt and a frog that he met for the first time that day.
When he was falling to his death.
You can't. Naruto just learned a week ago how to walk on water.
Yeah.
You niggas ain't watch. You didn't watch. And it's okay. But don't come to niggas that watch and say,
Or read the manga.
Read the shit. You probably won like Naruto.
And I did both.
Like, oh my God.
Listen, in our childhood, listen, the nostalgia. Was that a cool fight, the little sequence when Gara was like, then the song played in the background, he was doing all that stuff? Yes. But you gotta take the rose-tinted glasses off and realize that as you grow up, when you revisit shit, you start to notice some different things. That nigga Lee ain't shit. It's okay. And you want to know why? Because the name of the show ain't Rock Lee. It's Naruto. So he wasn't gonna be shit in the first place.
He's a hater over an animated character because that nigga ain't got real blood coursing through his veins. He's literally made of hate. So I can't be a hater. My hate for Rock Lee runs fucking deep. This is before fucking like a goddamn. I never even told you niggas this type of shit. I never picked him in video games. There was an NES game that Cuz had that we used to play every Wednesday.
Oh, I know what she's talking about.
Rock Lee was like a fucking guest character. Cuz would be like, hey, play with Rock Lee. I'd be like, no, I'm playing with Naruto. Like, I never liked it, this nigga. Never liked it one thing of fucking about him. I don't care about that one time he put Sasuke on his head. Well, let's put you live again. Rock Lee was 2 years older than that nigga at the time. And still a fucking Guinea. And two, they even set up Rock Lee, Neji, and Tenshin as older classmen who've been past this, like shit like that. Never picked him in any Storm game. Never see his ultimate jutsu. Never did a tail beast bomb. I mean, not a tail beast bomb. Never did a fucking whatever.
Primary Lotus.
Primary Lotus. Never heard the nigga speak.
Frankenstein.
I know what dynamic entry is. I know the fucking turtle he steps on in the video game. Never once played with Rock Lee. Probably I had to play with him in some fucking missions. Never really enjoyed the thing. I'm gonna go with like what Stephen A said. His hands are too small. He can't play the fucking game. He don't know what move to fucking do. He can fight, but what is it really doing? Like I can't. No, please don't ever. Like that shit runs deep in my veins of how like if I will get a swear word tattooed on me right here, it would literally say "fuck Rock Lee." In all caps, and that's not like you just no. It's a movement. It's a movement, and like it's much more than a character. It's much more. It's like it's basically saying fuck Rock Lee is basically telling niggas read the show, read what you want. Like read it. It's the same thing if I put fuck Vegeta on my arm. It's telling niggas to read what you stand in. Don't tell me this is that when right there is plain day. You know what I'm saying? So fuck the nigga. Fuck the nigga who got in his feelings over a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it runs deep in my veins, bro.
He said, I ain't read it, but if Gare had a
Jinchuriki. Fuck you know?
Like, gee, they argue back and forth for like a good, 10 posts. And then I ain't gonna read that shit. But shout out to my man that said, hey, respect. Because your last name is Jefferson, just like me, and you started a fire and let everybody else cause chaos. I was like, and then Buddy comes back and responds to dude that says, yeah, he just stated a fact that a lot of us couldn't handle. We fuck with Lee, but in all honesty, if they would have stopped the match, that would have been the end of my boy.
My nigga had to eat humble pie on a Facebook post. Do you know how bad you are? Horrendous. Terrible. You didn't have to respond.
He could have just let it go, bro. You could have chalked that up to the game, bro. But your standing to Rock Lee was just that fucking bad, bro. Like, come on.
That nigga a fucking teacher, a referee now, and Gaara's still the Kazekage, G. It's okay, G. It's
exactly.
Okay,
like, come on, man. The only reason why he has the title of best, arguably not even the best taijutsu nigga in the village.
No, he's not. Bullshit. It's fucking Guy.
Because if Guy wasn't in a fucking wheelchair, literally, he would still be the best. But technically, I'm gonna still give it to Sasuke with one arm and Naruto for hand-to-hand best niggas.
Come on.
Yeah.
They beat everybody. Like, come on. Like, if we even talk about Naruto, and we talk about number of fucking bodies of just high-ranking niggas, talk to fucking Sasuke. Like, I understand people stand Sasuke for the wrong fucking reason.
Yeah.
This nigga, when he turned evil, caught fucking bodies.
He's going crazy for the cause. He's going crazy for the cause.
The only niggas who was able to stop him was the Raikage.
Killer B.
Raikage.
Them niggas.
No, Killer B ran.
Bro.
Like, fuck. Like,
bro. No. It's I saw a fucking Twitter post where some nigga said, yo, Killer B was so disrespectful to Sasuke that during the middle of that fight, he stopped fighting to write some bars.
He did. Definitely did.
Raikage like Liger bombed that nigga to hell. And after she had Liger bomb, because Sasuke was such a real nigga in the arc, got the fuck back up. And I got a new power. Like,
He fought against all of the fucking 5 Kages at once, pretty much.
He
bro,
did.
nigga Sasuke, he beat 2 Akatsuki members. I don't give a fuck if Itachi had AIDS. He beat 2 of them niggas. Like, there is. I don't give a
Even
fuck
though I
if
will say Deidara was kind of an ass pull.
Deidara was getting his ass beat.
He was getting his ass whooped, but it's just the escape. The escape. It was more the escape that was kind of an ass pull because he was whooping his ass. It's the escape.
This nigga Sasuke got fucking.
But he has bodies. He definitely has bodies. Because he did push Deidara to commit suicide.
Fucking paper mache brother beat one of the strongest. If we say a top 10 niggas in the war, beating fucking Kabuto is like fucking a feat of his fucking own. Because this nigga controls everybody but 2 niggas.
That nigga Itachi is a fucking asshole. That's what that fight told me. Itachi is an asshole. He said, "Hey, you go keep reliving this fight until you turn good, bro."
Like, if we want to talk about raw ass niggas in the show, I'm not even a Sasuke stan, bro. I barely stand anybody in Naruto. Like, but if you want to talk about raw niggas in the show, this nigga Sasuke did fucking everything from the moment he stepped in this bitch. He got humbled by Haku, but after that, Sasuke just like, I don't give a fuck no more. Like, the nigga beating ass.
That nigga saw that nigga saw the dent that Naruto made at the top of the hospital. He was like, I guess I'm going evil now.
Yeah.
He said, look, man, I'm about to go get some real training. Bye.
Like even fucking like this. Come on, even Sakura got a I don't care if she had help.
Sakura had a fight. Sakura
got a Akatsuki member bag. Like my nigga, even a fucking filler arc. By the way, that's the only time you niggas go against. That was the only time Rock Lee go against a Akatsuki member.
That's why I said canon.
In the movies too.
In movies. That's why I don't honor him. Like
even in the filler arc, my nigga, you couldn't even land a blow on Kisame, bro. And so I don't even like talking to Naruto because that makes my inner nerd come out because these names are fucking so fucking nerdy in my opinion. But like this shit ain't fucking just Nino Brown, bro. This shit is more than that, dog. Like my cousin here. This shit much more than that, dog. Like, again, keep it buck. What the fuck did y'all watch? Like, that's the funny thing, bro. And that's the thing. Like, it's 2 shows that can't nobody tell me, oh, bro, this is Dent and Catwoman. It's Dragon Ball and it's fucking Naruto.
Yep.
Because I sat down and watched the whole series of Naruto to the Pain arc, and I watched the whole Dragon Ball on a site called DragonBallVideos.com. I watched every single Dragon Ball video. I mean, every single Dragon Ball episode, from episode 1 to all the way to like 265, I think is the last like really episode without filler. So please,
I got tricked into watching Naruto fillers.
so please don't hit me with that smoke, bro. Like I will tell you you're wrong. My nigga, how much was it? Okay. I'll send it to you. Oh, of course, I'll do that shortly. But yeah, bro, like real shit. Like fuck them niggas, bro. We can go to clowns, but like that got me on the high. Y'all didn't give me this
all right, man. So after that, let's just go and get the clowns in. My only clown is Funimation, so we're all about to literally turn this to a little handicap match. So
I got one time before we get to Funimation.
Go ahead, Cam.
I'm gonna give it to the Activision CEO, Activision Blizzard, I should say, CEO Bobby Kotick or Kotick, however you pronounce that bitch ass nigga name. So he decided to, in his humbleness, in all of his humbleness, right? He's one of I think he's like America's top 20 overpaid CEOs. But he decided in all of his graciousness that he was going to take a pay cut of about, I think, $800,000, close to $900,000, basically, and use that to, I guess, give to his employees. But it was also revealed that he's expected to get a $200 million bonus this year. Yeah. So he's getting $200. He's just getting $200 million in bonus, and he decided to take a close to $900,000 pay cut. Not even a tenth of what he's gonna make in a bonus. He's like, all right, I guess I'll give it to you peasants, right? Like, and people, and there are some people who are like, because he basically, I know he did this as a PR thing because you already can see like what the headlines is gonna say, right? Activision CEO takes a pay cut to pay for his employees, right? But this isn't like when we talk about God rest his soul, Iwata from Nintendo. Back when he was the CEO, if y'all remember like the Wii U sales and shit like that, he took a legit pay cut because the sales were so bad that they weren't able to make up a profit. So he took a pay cut so that he could retain his employees because he had a motto that said that, like, listen, if I would rather take a pay cut than, get rid of my employees because that lowers morale. Because if people see that, oh, our company's not doing good and I just fire a bunch of people, that's going to lead to faulty products being made because there's this constant fear of I'm not gonna, I'm gonna get fired if I don't get good results. So he said, I'd rather take the hit now and avoid that. Good, being a good boss, basically, right? And so Bobby Kotick was like, oh, you know what I'm saying, like $800,000. Oh, but let's not forget that I forgot when this was just recently. They cut off they fired a whole bunch of other people from Activision. This also comes off the news that he's forcing, or that Activision Blizzard is forcing all these companies to start working on Call of Duty shit. So all in all, this is just, I'm just giving a clown because it's like, I see what you're trying to do, but like, we're not stupid. Like $800,000 compared to the $200 million bonus. And let's not forget, aside from that, this nigga is rich as fuck. Like, he's stupid rich. He could retire. He's like Jeff Bezos level of rich, where he could retire now, and his generations, fucking generations further will be set for life. They never have to work a day in his life. And he's still taking this money while laying off people, while boasting about record sales and a good year despite coronavirus shit and all this other stuff. It just makes him look goofy. And when I read that news, I was just like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. So it's just, he played the capitalism game and he won it. Like
I was gonna ask, like, how you get a $200 million bonus for what?
Oh,
I've heard your name before. Like,
I can. You know why? How? It's because Activision Blizzard is sleazy. They don't pay taxes. First off, you good, Chris?
yeah, you heard that computer thing too, didn't you?
Yeah, I heard it.
Don't you always got like a backup recording or nah?
No, I don't. I could start something.
I don't know. Yeah, I heard that. Plus, the Zoom call probably black out if he dip out too. I think. I don't fucking know. Let me see.
No, the Zoom call will be fine because we're still here.
I heard the window sound of death.
He would have been left. His little icon would have disappeared.
I just texted to me. Oh shit!
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to.
Yeah, bro. We heard the window sound of death, bro. The fuck? We heard the doo-doo-doo. Oh my yeah. Anytime my computer say that shit about to shut the fuck down.
Oh, we good though. So we ready to slam Funimation?
Oh, I got one.
All right.
That's
Oh no, I didn't finish my my Bobby Kotick spiel.
Oh, I thought y'all was done. I thought you was
no. You didn't say anything. Like your thing literally disappeared. So it's just waiting on you.
You're gonna have to edit that out, brother. So
yeah.
Yeah,
but back to like, so I was saying that like Activision doesn't pay taxes. Their official headquarters is like someplace in Germany, I believe. And as a result of that location, they don't have to pay taxes. And technically we pay for them. Like we pay, like our taxes pay for them. And then you also have the fact that like I forgot what you took more financial business classes than me, but it's something that like you can do as far as like buying stocks within your company.
Oh.
And like that's how they basically use it to. He uses that technique.
Oh yeah, I heard of that shit. Yeah, you could buy stocks into your company. That raises that shit up because you got a shit ton of money to buy. Oh
yeah. Yeah, so he does a lot of that. He does a lot of sleazy shit, and then they all you also factor that in with the fact that they are not afraid to fire a bunch of people if shit goes wrong. So that's just more money in his pockets. So he's an asshole. So fuck that nigga.
I got one small one. Like one of my goats is Amazon, right? Amazon is really fucking good. You're getting what you need. Even though I have to go to a website to get anime posters, that's not something somebody drew. But like you go on Amazon, look up a DBZ poster, it'll be a Dokkan battle picture. I'm like, bro, I'm about to pay for this. I'm about to pay for this shit, bro. I don't like Dokkan that much. But no, like I use Amazon for everything. They gave me the best air fryer in the world. That bitch is. I put some bacon in that hole the other day. I don't even like bacon like that, bro. Fuck. But I got this thing because like I don't want to continue buying like so I use GoPuff a lot, but I'm gonna stop using GoPuff because so I bought like as you can see like right there at the top, that's like them Sour Patch straws. I like those things, right? So I bought a bag of those. Don't cost that much. And I was like, I like sour candy, so let me get the sour box of candy. Yeah, both of them same day. Good shit. The Sour Patch straw is decent. This sour candy, there's so much old candy in this box, bro. And I'm so pissed off. The candy's so fucking old. None of it's sour, but like a few things. So, you know, like Warhead's always gonna be sour if them bitches like 14 years old, always gonna be sour. Oh, I got some good Jolly Ranchers in there. Some Sour Patch straws.
You like the sour Skittles in there?
You wanna hear something? That's how hard them bitches are. So damn. I can't even crush the Skittles up with my hand. That's the Skittle. That's how hard them bitches are.
So they finesse you?
Oh, I've been finessed. It didn't cost that much money, but yeah, I was finessed. So I would say never buy anything that involves like a box of candy that people have put together. I'm thinking of doing like an anime loot crate type thing, and do that and then like review it on a podcast every week every month that I get it. And I can pull it up and say, look, that can potentially be sponsorship money. So I was thinking like look into that. Shit of that nature. But fuck that whoever company made that thing. It's not really a trail slander you clown. It's just like, why the fuck y'all finesse me? Like I didn't know it's like why? Like I was skeptical because I'm like, it's coming in a day, so it's not gonna be like old candy in that bitch. Bunch of old candy.
No, hey, they had that shit pre-made, bro. They was like, all right, here you go.
They did it pretty bogus.
I don't even know if Razzle still exists.
Who?
But, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oh, is that little like Twizzler thing?
No, it's like these little things right here. It's like one of them candies they put in a candy
like
bag.
Some grandma ass candy, man.
Exactly. We can slander whatchamacallit now.
All right, so Funimation, man. So all three of us have been affected by Funimation in some capacity this week. So for me, it made it tough for me to watch some of my anime this week, man. So I come home yesterday from work, long day. We were short, you know, normal the red shit, you know. So I would just want to watch some anime. We don't got to record. We didn't have to record yesterday because we wanted to make sure we had all our news, you know. So I go on Funimation, get caught up with my shit. Only thing I really have to really watch on there is Vivi and Shadow House. I love Shadow House, so that's the first thing I watch. For some goofy reason, I realized it didn't click right away. One, I noticed there was no subtitles popping up. Like, where the fuck's the subtitles? And I know this is a continuance. I would call it a legacy Funimation problem because it happens too often. Then the subtitles do pop up after eventually, but now it's all over the place.
It's
so
delayed.
I'm like, what the fuck? So then as I'm trying to figure out what the issue is, I'm like, okay, whatever. You just keep fast forward, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, this is last week's episode. Why is it showing me last week's episode instead of this week's episode? So I realized, oh, it's doing that goofy ass glitch again where it was put you on the wrong episode. Oh, and I was like, what the fuck? So with that being said, I had to literally Because what's the purpose of it being on my recently watched that updates each time the new episode comes out? If you're gonna give me last week's episode and it glitches out, what's the freaking purpose? And then I have to literally go find the anime, and I was like, "Oh, there you go." And now the episode works and everything's normal. Fuck you, Funimation, for that. That's just not cool. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of that. This is like literally the 4th week in a row this has happened. And it's annoying and frustrating because when I'm tired, I don't want to think. I just want the shit to work. So fuck y'all. So that's my venting on terms of that.
Oh man, real quick, bro. Other than them, like, you know, it's so annoying to get logged out of something every fucking time you use it, bro. Like, I need convenience. This might seem like a small gripe. Not only when I go to something, it takes 40 like hours for that page to load up. There will be times where it just wouldn't load the fuck up. So I'll just sit there and be like, why my anime not loading up? Or have y'all ever tried to rewind something because that was just cold and it tell you, yeah, the shit just broke. It like broke, they gave you a broke down screen. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? But no, man, I just logged the I can't watch anime. Anytime I can literally go like, you know, press the home button and go see like who online. Nobody's online, go back to watching anime, it will log out. That's how long. That's how many times it logs out for me. Well, fuck them niggas, you know. Fuck Funimation. Crunchyroll logs me out too, so I have to get all those passwords again. It's somewhere in my fucking phone, and I gotta find it. But you know, I want to watch anime. I want to be like you niggas. I'm aspiring to be like you niggas, bro. Hey, the world ain't letting it happen. I'm trying my best. But yeah, I'm disheartened. You know what I'm saying? I'm sad. I give you niggas. Well, I don't. I give you niggas time. There you go. Time. Fuck. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So I'm gonna speak from this as far as like the PS5 app. I use Funimation on the PS5. And let's get some logistics too, because I have good internet speed. I'm the only fucking person that lives in this place, and I got gigabyte internet speed. Don't come at me talking about, oh, maybe it's no, not that, because everything else runs fucking tastic. So this recent update basically, I think it basically kind of like changed the UI of how the Funimation app looks like, in which I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. It looks better than the old layout.
It's more horizontal now, right?
Yeah, it's like horizontal, but
yeah, it's more horizontal instead of vertical. Yeah, because when I got my new TV, it was more horizontal. So I'm getting, and it's been working decent. Besides that the glitch in itself, but
I don't know what was happening. Mine was happening for like a couple days, so this wasn't like a one-off incident. It was smoke and mirrors. So this is when I was getting into Moriarty the Patriot. And I would run into a lot of it. Like the first issue was that the subtitle settings would always go back to like the default small ass text. So I'd have to go back into the settings and change the subtitles so that it could be like a decent size so I can see the fucking thing while I'm watching it. I would run into another issue where like it'll show like a screenshot of the episode, but in like the background they have like the audio playing and like the episode's continuing to go on, but it's just like a still image that's still playing. So I have to exit out. It was another issue where it would go up until like it'll be like every 5 minutes or so, the episode will just stop. Like it'll just stop and like it'll just like go on an endless fucking loop of buffering. So then I would have to close out the app, go back into the app, and then it wouldn't save the progress that I'm in. So then I would have to go back into that progress. But then there'll be some times where I'll go right back into that point and then it'll still go into the endless loop.
I had that glitch before. I remember that glitch. It was when I had my Roku smart TV. And the Roku smart TV app was horrible. I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I know it. I know it too well.
So I don't know like what, and the thing is this wasn't a one-off incident because the very next day and then I was running into the same issues. So I just stopped. I stopped fucking with it. And then I think like last Sunday, when well, back then when it was the episode of Megaloboxing came out, ran into like the same. It was even worse with Megaloboxing because it was like every 2 minutes stopping, and like the audio would go, the image would still stay still, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like this whatever you did with this update is fucking terrible. Like Funimation is
I don't think they bug test they apps when they update.
they don't.
I don't think they do.
I know they don't. I
Like
know
I
they don't
know
because
when Crunchyroll did the huge overhaul, it was glitchy at first, but they really got it down over time. Like I know it still does the log out, which is stupid, but they got it down over time. But I know Funimation that when they do updates, it's always some glitchy shit. Whether like literally it won't update anime at all. Like it won't even give you the updates, or if it do, it'll be all way out of order and shit. It'd be like, yo, what the hell? Like I
yeah
don't
no
think Funimation does no bug testing at all.
because
With
they
these
get their
apps.
money. They don't care. They get their they monthly annual subscriptions. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they don't care.
Lazy ass bastards. And the thing is, like with Crunchyroll does have its issues, but for the most part, as far as on my end, I have not encountered the same amount of frustration using Crunchyroll in comparison to Funimation. Like I've been binging a major second, and I have yet to encounter every episode
It's
goes
honestly it's
smoothly into the
easier to
next
binge. I'm
episode.
gonna keep it real. It's also easier to binge on Crunchyroll than Funimation.
Yeah,
I don't know
which is why
why, but
which
it's
is
just
why I
easier to
always
binge.
get mad when it's like Funimation exclusive because I would rather it be on Crunchyroll. It's because the experience is just better on Crunchyroll, in my opinion. As far as like the PlayStation apps are concerned, I just have a way better time with Crunchyroll than Funimation. So I don't know, man. I need Sony to come through with this deal or something. Cause like I'm just tired of like switching between all these stupid fucking apps, and this Funimation is just the lowest of the low. Like terrible. It's
Yeah.
absolutely terrible. Like this, it should not be. I shouldn't have to QA test or QA solution your fucking app for you, dude. Like
Yeah.
when you push an update, you make sure that you at least get the basic shit fixed. Like when we talk about when we talk about like kind of giving you a spiel on like QA testing and how it like works. When you QA test your new updates, you do this thing. I forgot the official term, but essentially you go back to what you did when you had a previous update and you look at all of the stuff that you did and you test those features again to make sure that in the new update that you pushed out, everything old that you're pushing onto
Works.
the new update still works perfectly.
Mm.
And if it doesn't, that's when you go back to the development team and you say, hey, this don't look right. You need to fix these
Yeah,
things.
pull
And
it
then that's
back
when they
or
push.
yeah.
And it goes back and forth until you get that, until you iron out that issue. At least the upfront issues. The back end shit, you might have to keep playing around. But like the stuff that's there, that's noticeable, you fix that shit. But you obviously don't do that. So big goofy clown to Funimation. Because I was like, I'm trying to, because I still want to watch Moriarty the Patriot. I've only watched this episode of Megalobox, and that's the only thing I've touched on Funimation. Because I'm scared to watch it, because I just don't want to go through that shit. So I don't know, man. Hopefully y'all fix that shit, but y'all some goofies.
Hey, like deal with it Funimation because y'all they using my account by the way. So y'all taking my I think $7 a month. Make the shit work. For my friends at least, and even for me, make the shit work. That's all we ask for. Because literally, make the shit work. Plain and simple. It's not that fucking hard. Because I think the phone is the only consistent app that works between them.
Yeah, yeah.
The phone is the only consistent app. Their smart TV app and on the consoles I hear the most biggest issues for. So, and that's stupid as hell. So it is what it is. But let's go ahead and close this episode out. We appreciate you guys for listening, listening and watching. So thank you guys for that. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe to like, comment, and subscribe either way on Black Otaku Plays as well. We appreciate all the support. Cam definitely does as well, so give him his love and appreciation if you listening to us. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, whatever, rate. You can do it. We appreciate it. And share. Above all, share. And make sure you copy some merch. www.utweekingmedia.net. UTM ships for free shipping. UTM Vibes 10 for $10 off. After June, UTM Vibes will go away. I'll probably come up with another one. New merch is also on the way. I am coming up with the quote t-shirts. I am brainstorming, going through old episodes, trying to find very fun quotes that we always use. So be on the lookout for those. Those will be out very soon. So thanks for listening and peace.
Donna.
Daytra
Peace
fell
out.
asleep. Y'all